Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial by Zeilhan. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to make this multi-vendor car dealership marketplace. It's a multi-vendor marketplace using WordPress without coding. So it's a no-code build. We're going to learn how to make everything from the start. And by the end of this tutorial, the most important thing you're going to understand is how to make complex websites with WordPress. Now, this website is not a theme that you're going to install and you're going to get a set feature. You're going to build this from the ground up using custom post types. Now, very easy for us to say that we're going to learn how to make this. Let's actually see what we're going to learn how to make. Let's just let's look for something that's more attractive than tractors at this stage, I suppose. Here's a Mustang. I love the Shelby GT500. That's right here, $50,000. It tells you the location, title, the price. You can contact the owner of this ad, send them a message, try to find out what the price, well, most of the price is there. And you can find out details, perhaps arrange for a purchase, get the car papers and so on, get the Carfax or the Kelly Blue Book, I think it's called. It gives you some description of what is in the actual car. So it tells you the type of transport, the body type, the size of the engine, how many miles are on it. You can change the description, you can add features, you can remove features. There are similar ads. You can favorite some ads, as you would realize. You can favorite ads. You can have premium ads on your website. So if you look on the home page, something I would suggest you do if you go with the multi-vendor feature as well, is you put your premium ads closer to the top. That way customers or visitors who are looking for the best ads will see the best ads, the premium ads at the top. You can sell more ad space, make more revenues. But before I get started, I know you look at the time and it's over 1 hour long. It's going to be a really long tutorial. But what you need to do is just scroll down to the description below and you can use the timestamps and the video chapters to scroll through different parts of the video. You can watch in different segments. You don't have to watch the entire thing at once. You can use different segments, and if you don't remember something, because we have the video chapters and the segments, it's going to make it easier for you to find where you need help with, find where you need to review and everything like that. Now, what exactly are we building? We are building this multi-vendor car sales website. It can be a car dealership website as well. The thing about it is that once we get into the nitty-gritty of the tutorials, you can also make it just for a single dealer. So if you know a car dealership in your area and you want to build them a website, you can use this template, build them a website and remove the multi-vendor function. The other thing is that we're going to be using WordPress, the free version of Elementor and Crocoblock to build this website. If you have any questions, the Crocoblock team is very receptive and very helpful. You can, after you create an account, you can open a ticket and they'll always help you. If you give them the login to your website, they will log in and they will help you fix the issues and help you get set up. So it's really great value for money. For those of you who are looking to build this for a client, I suggest you start at about $50,000 for this kind of website. All right. Let's get going. So what are we going to learn? We are going to learn how to build this website from scratch. And this tutorial is not going to be a build it tutorial. We're going to start with a template. I'm going to show you how to customize every important part of that template. In future tutorials, we're going to build this from scratch, from zero, building everything that we need to get this website up and running, including our own designs. If you take a look around the website, you're going to notice that we have a few tests done with the Kia Sorento Hybrid 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid. I like this car, so I was using this for tests. We're going to show you how to use the website very soon. These are premium ads, meaning that if you paid for the ad, it's going to appear right here. And these are just regular ads. We're also going to learn how to add different car brands, different makes. We can have our blog. When you click on an ad, which is absolutely amazing, this is what I love most about this. You can go ahead and send a message. So that's me, admin397. You can go ahead and send a message to the person who created this ad. You can favorite an ad, which is absolutely pretty cool. So if there's a car that you're looking at and you want to come back to it later, you can favorite that ad. The thing about this tutorial as well is that, let's go back home. You can filter through all the results. Let's see if they're in the BMW here. You can filter through all the results, which makes it very easy for you to use. You can use a filter here as well. This is our archive page. You're going to learn how to make these filters, how to design this little thing right here. We call it card for your ad. You're going to learn how to make an ad, custom post types. This is going to be a very detailed tutorial, very helpful for you. I mean, I've rambled on a lot. You're going to learn how to design this as well. Let me go ahead and show you how to place an ad just to know that, hey, this website actually works. You're going to go to place an ad from anywhere on the website. If you're not logged in, it's going to lead you to the login page. Now, the maximum file size here is 5 megabytes. So the pictures you're going to upload for your gallery is going to be 5 megabytes. You can change, and I'll show you how to change this in the tutorial as well. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to make one for the SF90 Stradale. So we're going to go ahead with this one. We're going to upload some images to our gallery. So everything is below 5 megabytes in total. We're going to give this one Ferrari. I believe that's how Ferrari is spelled. SF90 Stradale. This is not the spider. We're going to say it's located in, I don't know, Connecticut or California. California is nice. Type of transport, it's a car. The make is a Ferrari. The model is a SF90 Stradale. SF, so that's known as SF90 Stradale. The year is 2024. The body type, if I look at this, it looks like a convertible. It's actually not a convertible, but I'm going to select convertible for this one. I think the spider would be a convertible. Mileage, literally 0 mile, never been driven before. And we're going to go with the petrol version. Engine volume, so this is going to be as big as the engine can get, 6.2 liter. It's supposed to be a V10, I believe. All-wheel drive, 3 doors, and the color is a nice metallic red. And the price is going to be a lot, but I'm going to reduce it just for this case. I don't think we can, so I'm going to put, actually I'm going to put 1.5 million. And you're going to learn how to create this form as well, guys, how to edit it, how to change. You can add and remove fields as you like. It's the same thing for the ad. Once it's live, you're going to learn how to make everything. You're going to be able to add and remove these options. I'm just going to go with a few options. Of course, the Ferrari is going to be a nice car. Add sensor, range sensor, etc. Let's go ahead and add heated mirrors, and we're going to place our new ad. Oh, transmission. I'm going to think it's a dual clutch, but I'm going to go with automatic. You're going to learn how to add, like in the tutorial we even added the dual clutch transmission. I removed it though, but yeah. So let's go ahead and add new ad. Once we've been reloaded, it means our ad has been added. Try saying that a few times fast. But it's not going to be here. Well, we're going to have to go to the back end of the website and say, all right, this ad looks good for our website. You can go ahead and post it. So I'm going to go ahead and go to our car dealer dashboard. We are going to go to ads, all ads. And by the way, guys, if you like our team to make this website for you, go ahead and send us an email at info@zeilhan.com, or you can visit our website or comment below. And if you want other tutorials and other websites, that's perfectly fine. Here's our ad. We're going to go ahead and edit. We're going to change the status to publish. Publish. Everything looks good. And now we're going to view post. 2024 Ferrari SF90 Stradale for 1.5 million. If I have this car, I would not sell it. I'm sorry. Well, when I get this car, I will not sell it. I'm going to pass it down for generations, however long generations might go. And this is a beautiful car, guys. I absolutely love this car. This is absolutely amazing. Let's bring up the red version. This is beautiful. And someone seeing this ad, they can favorite the ad, they can send a message to the person who posted this ad, which is me, and I'll get the message, I can reply to them. We're going to learn how to do everything here. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can comment below, you can reach out to Crocoblock's support, and let's get into this tutorial. It's going to be an amazing time. If you enjoyed the video so far, you've had a good time, it's been exciting, you're excited for what's to come, go ahead and hit subscribe, help us on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. And Share this video with someone you know would benefit from it. We also post a lot of videos on how to build your website, how to build your business. We have a podcast dedicated to that as well. So go ahead and check out our other content at Zeilhan. Our goal is to help your business succeed. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the tutorial. Alright, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. What we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is Name Hero. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using Name Hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced, where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. I know I am not in the UK. So we'll have .com. That's added from my previous session, because I was trying to set up hosting. But don't worry about it. It's going to be the same process. What I want is .co.uk. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with Name Hero, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with Name Hero in this situation. But if you're using Name Hero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using Name Hero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see, when I was trying to get hosting from Name Hero and it was not working. In another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Name Hero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk, email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read. It basically makes your website available faster, and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys. So you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right? And you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Name Hero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account, because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. We're going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right, order placed, continue to client area because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more, some are expired, some not so expired. We're going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. Zeilhan tutorials are co.uk. We are going to click on this one, click on it, and everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting. The hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love because you can choose where you host your website, like which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right. So now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I'm a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. To activate your account, sign in. All right, so submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message, go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used 2 socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. And we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server, but most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right, so I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. And so I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you'll have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you, it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero, or you go to your public registry, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have two URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL, and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right. All right, guys, now that we've made it this far, let's just do some housekeeping duties. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. We are going to clean up our dashboard and get all of those things out of the way. Don't need any of these. That's good. We are going to settings and permalinks. You know what permalinks are. They ensure that our website's visibility is good. You know, getting some extra traffic, search engine optimization. Let us select post name. And I'm going a little bit quickly. You know, if you don't understand what's happening, then I recommend you watch some of our previous tutorials because those are more beginner friendly. But in general, what happens is that whenever you change your permalink, you're going to change the URL structure. That's like what is right here. And when your URL structure is improved, it improves the visibility of your website because, for one, search engines understand more about your website, and for two, people browsing the internet, your potential users and customers, are going to understand your URL better. So that gets you more traffic. So settings and permalinks to change that. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to settings general. And on settings general, we're just going to change the name from my blog to Zeilhan car dealership. And we're going to use a pipe and we're going to say bye. And it's not only cars, it's vehicles. We're going to, let's just say Los Angeles. I've been doing a lot of Los Angeles in my tutorial. So let's just continue that. We're going to copy that and we are going to paste it here. We have everything all set up wonderfully. Start our weeks on Sunday. I like to use caps. And I'm going to change the time zone to Jamaica. I am currently in Jamaica. Wagwan man, for those of us who understand Jamaican Creole. And save changes. Now, I want you to take a look at the current website that we have right here. This is our website. It's not much, but the reason why our website is like this, and again, it's not a beginner-friendly tutorial that we're doing. I'm going to make it as easy as possible for beginners to understand, but I'm not going to be as slow and as detailed as I normally am. So if you want to understand plugins and themes and everything that we're discussing here, just watch any of our other WordPress website tutorials. We do the same thing and we explain a bit more. But I know that for what we're doing here, more advanced users of WordPress are the ones that are mostly interested. Not to say that beginners aren't interested. Now, we have this appearance of our website right now. This is what our website actually looks like. So if you go to this domain that I have this website on, this is what you're going to see. The reason why it looks like this is because of the theme, and we can add additional functionalities by using plugins. Now, the plugins that we can use, for example, would be like a car dealership website plugin. And it's not exactly like that, but you're going to see. So what are themes and what are plugins in WordPress? Well, WordPress themes and WordPress plugins can be explained by first understanding WordPress plugins. When you have your smartphone or your computer, you can download apps on your smartphone or programs on your computers. What an app is going to do for you is that it's going to add extra functionality. That is what a WordPress plugin is. It adds extra functionality to your WordPress website. On your dashboard, you just go to plugins and install plugins. You are going to see a list of installed plugins here. I have WP Server, Security, Anti-Spam, and Malware Scan. So what this is going to do for us is that it's just going to prepare our website. It's going to secure our website, basically. Right? So the functionality of website security, that's what it's going to do. It's going to protect our website. So I installed this. You're not going to see this on your install. And whatever you see else, these are useful, but I'm not going to use them. So what I want you guys to do is to add a plugin. You go to plugins, add new plugin, or if you're already here, you just go to add new plugin. You can search whatever plugin that you want. I am just going to search live chat just to make it easy. I want everyone to understand. So for more advanced users, please feel free to use the timestamps in the description to, just fast forward to different sections. So we have live chat here. I like HubSpot. This is what I'm currently using on Zeilhan's website. That's zeilhan.com. And I also have used Tidio. So where is Tidio? Oh, Tidio is right here, actually. Tidio is good. And I know that talk is actually pretty good. So to install a plugin, just go ahead and click install, just like an app. And remember, after you install the app, you have to activate it. You download it and you install it and activate. So you can go ahead and click activate. And from there, you can configure the plugin. Different plugins will have different configuration steps. This plugin is just going to request that you go ahead and add your HubSpot account and so on. So I'm not going to add it because it's already on another website. To remove the plugin, you go back to plugins, installed plugins. You first deactivate the plugin that is activated. And after it's deactivated, you can delete. Two ways to delete plugins. You can just click once and delete, or you can click here and multiple delete, bulk actions and delete. All right. We see that there is an update available for WordPress. I'm not going to go ahead and update that just yet. I'm going to continue with the tutorial. So now we understand what WordPress plugins are. Now, WordPress themes. Well, like I said, if you visit site, as it looks like this because of the theme that we're using. And you always have to have at least one theme on your website. To look at your themes, you go to Appearance and Themes. All right. Under themes, you're going to see a few themes here. Let's just look at 2023. Let me just close and live preview. If we preview the 2023 theme, you're going to see that the website is going to look different. What this is saying to us is that if we install the 2023 theme, this is how our website would look. We won't change anything except the theme, and this is what it would look like compared to this, which is what it looks like with the 2024 theme. And the reason why this is important is because, as you know, we're going to just go ahead and go to crocoblocks.com and just take a look at the website. So crocoblock.com, solutions, and car dealer marketplace for Elementor. We're not going to use Gutenberg for this one. And we can view the demo. We're going to have to move our website from this to this. And as you realize, we're going to probably use a different theme, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go back here, and I'm going to close this. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to appearance and themes. We're going to get rid of the themes that we're not using. Just go ahead and delete all but the currently activated theme. If it is 2025 or 26 when you're watching the tutorial, then you will have 2026 theme installed or so on. Perfectly fine. No worries. Just leave the currently activated theme. On crocoblock.com, so in the description of this video, there's going to be a link to Crocoblock's website. It's an affiliate link. If you use that link, then we're going to make a commission. If you don't want us to make a commission, that's perfectly fine. You just go to crocoblock.com. You are going to need to get this demo. You can click buy now. So go to solutions, car dealer marketplace for Elementor, and go to buy now. I would recommend you get the all-inclusive 1 year, or you can just get the lifetime. This is a very powerful plugin, but choose the plan that works best for you. You're going to go to checkout, and I already have an account, but you know how to check out. If you have a discount code, go ahead and enter it. I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. All right, so this is good as we are. We are here, and I'm hoping you're seeing the same thing. Now, there are two ways we can go about building this website. I'm going to do it both ways, actually. For now, we're going to use the easy route. So we're just going to get this installed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Crocoblock account. We're going to scroll all the way down to extras. We're going to see the Canva theme. We're going to see the Canva child. We're not going to use that. We're going to download the Crocoblock installation wizard. Just go ahead and hit download. All right, once that is downloaded, we are going to go back to our plugins. It is a plugin, guys. So it's a plugin that we downloaded. So we're going to go to plugins. We're going to add new plugin. We're going to upload a plugin, and we're just going to select the file that we just downloaded. All right, go ahead and install now. Activate plugin. Now that we've activated the plugin, we're going to see right here, Jet Plugins. It says install Crocoblock. The Jamaican just snuck out, didn't it? Install Crocoblock. Let's go. All right. Need to get to our license key, so let's just go back to Crocoblock account. Scroll all the way up. Our license key is going to be on the view details. Just go ahead and copy and paste that. If it doesn't work when you click on it, like it doesn't work here, you just go ahead and refresh and it will work for you guys. So go ahead and copy this license, paste here, get started. I also want you to see that it says I have currently one of one installed and managed sites. So it's here already. And that's because I was working on this before the tutorial, so I'm just going to leave it there. All right, so this is good. You can do full Crocoblock installation, or you can do Jet plugins. We're going to do full Crocoblock installation. All right, go ahead and install. We are going to go with the Canva theme. We're going to use a child theme and continue. All right, this is good. Now here's where we're gonna have two options. We're gonna have dynamic templates and we're gonna have design templates. Design templates are pretty much just very simple templates that you can use, just designs, but it's the dynamic templates that we want. Design templates are gonna be like the regular websites that we normally build. Very beautiful, mind you. I like what we're seeing here, actually very beautiful. So we're just gonna go over to dynamic templates. We are going to search for the car dealer website. It's right here. And we're going to click Start Installation. All right, we're going to I have to install all of these. Now, here's the interesting thing. I mentioned there are two ways to get this going. We're going to do the easy way. The easy way is going to install everything first and we get it up and running. The next way that we're going to go about is that we're going to start with JetEngine and we're going to create what JetEngine can create. Then we're going to get Jet Theme Core. We're going to create what we can with Jet Theme Core. We're going to get Jet Blocks and Jet Form Builder. And we're going to get this one by one. So what we're doing right now is the easy way. Let's take a look at extra plugins. I don't think we need anything here. I'll leave it. If we need them in the end, we can go ahead and get them. So it's going to go ahead and continue and just leave it as is. Installing Elementor and just let it go. All right, so the installation is complete. All right. And here's the next step, the demo content import. We are going to choose this option if you want to install the demo content and agree to replace your current data by the new demo content. Now, here's the thing. We don't really have much current content. We just have posts that might be like a default and so on. But I'm just going to replace just in case there was something. I don't think there's anything. And we're going to continue. If you are re-uploading, so you started with one demo dynamic template and want to go to another one, this is an option that you would choose replace. So get rid of what was there, bring in this. I'm just going to go ahead and replace existing content because that's the safest one. And this is going to take a while. Enter your Crocoblock password. Oh, so we're going to enter our username. Enter our WordPress password, not Crocoblock. So that's easy. And confirm. Content, and let's just have this thing. All right, everything seems complete. Let's just continue. It's regenerating thumbnails. Let's just allow it to do its thing. All right, so let me move out of the way. Come on. We're here. So it says, congratulations, you're all set. Choose from where you'd like to start. So we can take a look at our site. We can proceed. If I can read, proceed to editing pages, and we can go to the Crocoblock dashboard. I am more interested in taking a look at our current website because I think our website is amazing. Now, this website is absolutely beautiful. This is our car dealership website. This is the website that you currently have, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. This is amazing. I like what's going on here. Now, as you might realize, we have a lot more than cars listed. We have machinery, we have motorbikes, we have special machinery, which is, pretty fun. Trucks and buses. I like trucks, by the way. And water transport. I've been thinking about yachts. I'm in Jamaica, guys. I don't think a yacht would be very practical, but it is a Caribbean country, so who knows? And we can go ahead. So this is what we're going to be doing now. We have this current website, right? This is what we have. We're going to learn first. We're going to first learn how it works. So what are these? How do they get here? How do we edit these things? How do we add, remove? How do we change anything? For every part of this website. Let's just click on one of these ads. So I see a Porsche here. That's a Porsche here. Perfect. So let's take a look at the Porsche. And this is the current look of our Porsche template. So here's the thing, guys. We have a beautiful car. We can click on it and we get full image. Good. We have the gallery here. And this is actually pretty nice pictures. We have the gallery, we have the car, we have the header, the price, the location of the car, we have the name of the seller. So we can call it. Here's the thing. I think you can click on this button and it initiates a call. If it doesn't, I can show you how to do that. You can send them a message. It tells you when the ad was created, the ID and so on, how many cars, how many views. Like, this is absolutely beautiful. Additions to wish list. So where's the wish list? I think you only get the wish list whenever, wait, I am signed in, right? So let me do something interesting. We're going to go incognito to see what appears on the website when we're not logged in. All right, so here we go. Place an ad. Let's look for the Porsche. Porsche not there. I love the Ford Mustang, guys. It's one of my dream cars. I think whenever we hit a certain amount of subscribers, I will buy a Mustang. So you can subscribe to it, know when that happens. So we have the same thing here. And so I don't see the wish list. I don't see wish list, do I? Wait, I think this is the wish list right here. All right, so I'm going to go and duplicate. I'm going to go back and see if the nice icon here. All right, so these are VIP ads. I think this is the wish list. So this should currently be in the wish list. Let's just add the BMW as well. Yeah, it looks like it. And let's view more. Yeah, so I think that is the wish list, guys. I think that's the wish list. So it says here 38 wish lists. That's good. So we have even a wish list. What we can do, so here's the interesting thing. I don't know exactly how this works, but what we can do is we can create a function or a button or a function. It's a function that's going to have a button, really, to say, all right, view wish list. So you're currently looking to buy this car and you've had this car in your wish list and you have several wish lists, several cars in your wish list. We can set it up that you can view your wish list. All right, so there's that. And yet again, it's beautiful. We can change the word from parameters to specifications or details, as that's a little bit more user friendly. It tells you the type of car or type of vehicle. It's a car, the mileage, the type of engine, the size of the engine. It tells you the CC rating, does it? Perhaps not. But if it doesn't tell you the CC rating, we can go ahead and create a field that says CC rating. All right. And I think that's the carbon emission from the engine, which is kind of getting important now that we're headed into the phase of EVs. I love cars, guys. So everything here, we can add more basic and advanced options like, so this template was made in 2020. We have more features, so we can add like blind spot monitoring, auto collision stop, whatever the case might be. So this is the actual website that we have. If you go ahead and take a look, so I'm not gonna close it. I'm just gonna reduce it. If we go ahead and take a look at my ads, I don't think I have any ads. Do I? Perhaps I do. I don't have any ads. I can add a new ad from my account. I can take a look at my settings. Like everything here, we are going to learn how to edit. So let's say in your new ad, you want to do things a little bit differently. You want to add the CC rate of the engine. You can add that. We have hybrid. That's good. You might want to change engine volume through engine size. You might want to add a different transmission. So for example, DCT, most likely the Mustang that I'll be looking at right here. Just a second, guys. Right here. Most likely this Mustang is going to be a DCT. If it's the Shelby GT500, it's not, but we're going to need to add a new transmission. It says here AMT, and I think you'd want to have automatic for automatic transmission, if that's what they mean. Rear wheel drive. So we have a lot going on here, guys, and we're going to learn how everything works. I'm just taking you through the actual website as is. We're going to learn to create the header. All right, we're going to learn how to create this section right here, how to make a verified listing, how to add star ratings, how to add the location when the person has been registered. We are going to learn how to add reviews to the website. So guests cannot publish reviews. You actually need to have an account. All right, so I think I can leave an account because I actually am signed in. So I just go right here, right there, and test at Zeilhan. I'm just going to use Zeilhan co@gmail.com. That's a lot easier to type. Co@gmail.com. And you can, oh wait, let me just remove that. Something got added, and now you can add a comment because, stuff like that. So this is very beautiful, guys. I actually love what's happening here. We can take a look at our ads listings. And this is a fun part for you. So you have a website with 20,000 cars. You don't want, or 20,000 vehicles, a few cars, some boats, some trucks, some trailers, some tractors. You don't want to have to scroll. You want your visitor to have to scroll through 20,000 cars or vehicles or listings. So what you do is you use filtering, and this is going to be something that's going to be important. It's very easy. I know it looks complicated, but with Crocoblock, it's very easy, guys. I have gushed on and on about how beautiful and amazing this website is already. Like, trust me, guys, I absolutely love Crocoblock. I spent over a week just learning how to do what's here. and it was worth it. I had a lot of fun. So we're just going to get started. So let me go ahead and I'm going to close the incognito Porsche. Let's see if this, okay, so now we're back on our website. All right, let me just favorite to see if it works. Yeah, it looks like it's favorited. So now we can add an option to view our wish list. So is it? Yeah, here it is. So it's actually there already. The wish list is actually there. And there the car is added to the wish list, and we can, it says remove from wish list. We're going to learn how to edit that as well. We can go ahead and delete from wish list, and we can edit everything. It's going to be beautiful. But before we start editing, guys, we need to do some more house chores. So we have our website, beautiful, it works, wonderful. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for me. All right. So we're going to have to prepare our website. So we're going to do some house cleaning chores. So let's go back to dashboard. All right. We can go ahead and update now. I'm going to leave that until the end of the tutorial just to avoid any unforeseen hiccups that might occur. So we're not going to update WordPress. We're going to screen options and we're going to remove the Elementor overview. We are going to update JetBlocks and JetElements. So just start update. And another way that you can go ahead and update this, you can go to Crocoblock, update and installation. And at update and installation, there's going to be the option to update. Which one is it? It's JetBlocks. So let's just look for JetBlocks. JetBlocks. It's not there, is it? Here it is. And you can update. So you just click on change version. The current version is actually updated already. So we just need to update here. It's the database that needs to be updated. It's not the actual plugin. All right, that's good. Now we're going to go to plugins. We're going to take a look at our installed plugins because we made some changes. Everything that you see here, everything except for WP Server, is from Crocoblock, and each plugin here is for a different part of this website. This website is going to be built like a Lego. You're going to build one section, and that section that is built is going to be reused several places and form the core of the building blocks, the major building blocks for the entire thing. So we're just going to go ahead and work on our website security. Matter of fact, let's do coming soon, because what I don't want to happen is I don't want someone to see this website, go on and use it. And you're going to have the same issue. You're rebuilding your website or you're building a website. Until it's ready, you don't want website visitors to see it and start using it because, that's not the final product. It does represent who you are, and they might try to get something that isn't there, and you can actually have land in legal issues for that. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to type construction, because we're going to get the under construction plugin. All right, it's right here under construction. Go ahead and install and then activate. And again, guys, remember, just go ahead and use the timestamps below. If you think that we're going a bit too slow, go to under construction. All right, it's going to take us to the settings page. All right, we're going to dismiss. And we're just going to look for something beautiful. I like this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate that one. All right. That is activated. We are now going to go here and we're going to turn on under construction. Once that is turned on, we visit site in incognito and you will realize that it's there. That's beautiful. So that's the first part. I remember, guys, I'm going to go a little bit faster than when I'm making beginner tutorials because this is a little bit more advanced for beginners. But if you're a beginner, you can go ahead and watch and see what you understand. What you don't understand, you can leave a comment or you can send us an email or you can watch our other tutorials. You're not going to get it with one video. That's the thing, guys. You're never going to understand something with one attempt. But unless you're a genius, which I'm not, but we get there. So we're going to go and we're going to do some website security. Just going to add new plugin and we're just going to type security. We're going to have to install. So I want you guys to go ahead and install Solid Security. That's for you guys, all right? And I want you to go ahead and install really simple SSL, install Sucuri, and we're going to need UpdraftPlus for our backups. All right, and this is something I like to do on all the websites that I work on before I even work on them, because we want to secure what we're doing. We don't want to be working on something for 2 or 3 weeks, perhaps a month, and then lo and behold, there's some hack or something, and we have to start over from scratch. So we're going to also back up our work, which is really important. So UpdraftPlus, we're going to go ahead and install. All right, so I think we have almost everything. I'm going to get SMTP plugin. I'm not going to install it just yet, but because emails are so important for what we're doing, we are going to go ahead and get the SMTP plugin. Fluent SMTP is the one that we're using. There's a card that's going to come up somewhere around here that's going to show you how to install and activate the SMTP plugin, because we've done a tutorial on that already. All right, so just go to plugins, install the plugins, and let's get going with our security. Before you guys continue, what I want you guys to ensure you do is go to settings and permalinks, ensure we have post name, and go ahead and save changes. The next thing is I want you to go to users and your profile. Ensure, guys, that you have your password and your username set, and you also have your login URL. Because in setting up the security plugins, you might be logged out. If you don't remember your password, you can always go to set new password, copy this new password, and update your profile. All right. And this section that you see right here, this is a new section. This wasn't always there. The reason why this is there, so I'm going to go ahead and close Crocoblock, and I'm going to close the demo. The reason why this is here is because this is going to be tied into the website that we just added. All right. So you see your location. This is where your ad is going to be located, the profile picture that is displayed on the front end, and so on. So you can see that the website is actually taking shape. So go ahead and update your profile with your new password, and let's start installing the security plugins. So WordPress Security Masterclass, how to secure your WordPress website. Go to plugins, install the plugins. I'm going to leave because I'm not changing anything. I'm all right. All right, so the first one we're going to install is Really Simple SSL. Go ahead and activate. Remember, you might be logged out at any time. After we have installed Really Simple SSL, we're going to go ahead and you can choose your host. I'm not going to do that. And go ahead and activate SSL. You're going to enable. Oh, so you see now I'm logged out, right? Just by activating the SSL, I'm logged out, which is, I'm perfectly fine with that. Go ahead and log in. All right, so now we've logged in. We have SSL installed. We are going to enable all of these. All right, we're going to leave that and save and continue. I'm actually going to skip, but you can save and continue, which is what I'll do. I won't install these, but you're perhaps going to need both of these, compliance and compliance terms and conditions. You can install burst statistics, but we have a different plugin for that. Just going to go ahead and skip this installation, and we're just going to go ahead and finish. So that is it, 42%. So your site is registered a user with the name admin. Let's just go ahead and view that one. Let me go to users, all users, to see where that is coming from. So admin is actually from the person that is, all right, so admin is from the actual account that is added to the website. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to leave it as is, but that is going to be an error. We're going to have to remove this person. So you can go ahead and delete and ascribe, or you can go ahead and edit and change this name. But that's a security issue. Don't never have the admin username or password on your website. That's one of the things that hackers check first. All right, so that's it for Really Simple SSL. It's already telling us where our security flaws are, which is pretty good. Go to plugins. We're going to check install plugins. I'm going to go to Sucuri. Go ahead and activate this one. After activating Sucuri, we are going to go to Sucuri and let's go to settings. On settings, we're going to go to hardening. All right, so we're going to activate all of these, but you're not going to activate website firewall protection, and you're going to activate secret keys updater last. The reason why: first, website firewall protection is a premium service, so my clients and my websites enjoy this because I have a premium Sucuri license, so they have a premium firewall on my server protecting my server and my clients' websites. So that isn't going to work if you go ahead and apply hardening. It's not going to work. Premium service. So if you are one of our clients, you'll enjoy that. With the automatic secret keys updater, it's just not going to work. Well, it's going to work. If you update, it's going to work. Let's show you it. It actually works. But the problem is that this is going to change every single time you update something here. So let's apply hardening to verify default admin account. Well, as you realize, the secret keys updater is still there, but it's going to be different because something in our, wait, let me use this one, avoid information leakage, logged out yet again. Go ahead and log in and go to hardening. And the secret keys is going to need updating again. So what we're going to have to do, I'm realizing that the default admin account is happening because we actually have that. So let's go to users, all users. We are going to change to edit this admin. We're going to change. So we can't change the username according to here. So I'm going to go to settings, SSL and security. It's going to tell us that there's an error. Let's go ahead and view. And I think, so choose a new username. So I'm just going to test user added. That's what I'm going to change it to. And I'm going to save and continue. And that's good. That's actually good. I'm going to go back to previous and I'm going to activate block user registrations when login and display name are the same. Just go ahead and do that. And I'm going to save. And we should have the dashboard. We see our rating has gone up just a bit. Now I'm going to go back to settings, Sucuri, settings, hardening, and now we verify the full admin account because we've actually fixed the issue. We've removed the admin name from there. It's going to activate everything else. I'm going to fast forward. And now you notice that avoid information leakage has worked as well because we fixed the issue that would cause it, right? And we didn't notice this was there until we activated the security plugins, which is why it's important. Let's go ahead and apply hardening. All right, so we have an update available for WordPress. Please update now. I'm going to go ahead and update after I have backed up my website. That way, if the update breaks something, unlikely, but it could happen, then I can just roll back. So I'm not going to go ahead and activate that. I'm going to leave it as is. So we're going to go to plugins again, install plugins. On your website, do update your website and then continue with the tutorial. If there are any issues, just leave a comment or send us an email and we'll have it fixed. So solid security is the next one. What you're going to see happen is I'm going to activate solid security, but then I'm going to delete it. The reason is because I already have WP server. I don't want to have two security plugins for obvious reasons working. Right? It's like having two opposing security companies protecting your home. It's not a good idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and activate solid security basic. It's very powerful, guys. And once that's activated, we're going to go to solid security. It's right here with the shield. I've been using this plugin for 6 years on a client's website since 2018. Never been hacked, not even once. All right, so I'm going to say this is e-commerce. All right, I'm going to enable Security Check Pro. I'm going to go next. This is my own website and author, and I believe subscriber is one. And I'm going to go right here. Yes, enforce password policy. So they can't have admin as a username or password, and they can't have 1, 2, 3 and other weak passwords. All right, let's just go next. I authorize my IP address. So my IP address is going to be whitelisted, meaning that I won't get logged out of the website by solid security. It says right here, if you have other admins, you can add their IP addresses here. Detected IP is the same. So we can go ahead and check IP. It's going to be the same thing. And next, so that's good. You can activate two-factor authentication. I'm not going to do that. You can do firewall, I already have one, and site check. You can schedule a site scan, all right, and check your utilities. And let's go next. Default user groups, that's good. I'm not going to change anything here, all right, and go next. It's 12:18, I'm hungry. A test email. So I'm just going to leave, says solid security will send notifications from this email. Just going to leave it to have, so we can say security at your domain name or whatever, but I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm going to check this. It doesn't matter, but go ahead and check. Complete setup. Let's wait a bit for this to load. All right, that is good. Let's take a look at our dashboard. It is absolutely beautiful, guys. You're going to love it. All right, so here we are. So you can get 40% off for a limited time as of this recording. So I'm going to remove that. And here you go. You can configure your firewall. You can do a database backup. You can take a look at your banned IP. So if someone is spamming your website, you can just get their IP and ban them, or you can remove one once it's there. And yes, this is absolutely pretty beautiful. So no vulnerabilities because we need to do a scan. You can go ahead and do a scan powered by PatchStack, which is really nice. I think I met the person who created PatchStack a few years back. That was a long time ago before I went with Sucuri. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is backups of our website. So let's just go to plugins, install the plugins, UpdraftPlus. We're going to back up our website. So UpdraftPlus, go ahead and activate. All right, go ahead and press here to start. And we're going to go to settings. You can set daily. If your website is busy, you're going to set it to every 12, 8 for 2 hours. You want to keep as much data as possible. So let's say that something happened at 12 a.m. and you have to reload. You don't want to have to reload to yesterday, because then everyone who have posted between yesterday and when the issue occurred at 12 a.m. today would be causing an error at 12 p.m. You're going to lose a lot of data. So the more frequent you can go is good. Because this is a tutorial, I'm going to do manual. But what I recommend is you do every 4 hours for both. And if 4 goes into 24 6 times, and you want to have 30 days of backups, then it's going to be 6 times 30, which is going to be 180 backups. This is the settings I recommend for the nature of this site. When I'm doing a regular brochure tutorial, a regular business website tutorial, I normally say once daily for 30 days. But this is going to be the safe route. You're going to have 30 days of backup, and that's like overkill, but half the internet went down because of what was that name? CrowdStack or something like that? I don't remember the name. I remember it right now, which is bad because I'm doing this, but whatever. But because it's a website, because this is a tutorial, I'm just gonna go with manual, and I'm gonna go 5. I'm not even gonna back up this thing so often, but sure. But do 180 and every 4 hours. You're gonna save. I'm gonna save to Google Drive. You can select anything here. And once I save here, then it's going to go ahead and say check-in. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and sign in with Google. All right, so this is good. And now we're going to complete setup. All right. I'm now going to go ahead and back up now. So just go ahead and back up now. There's a tutorial on our website about migrating and backing up your website. And it's basically going to say that when you back up your website now, let's say that you back up every day, and let's say that today there's an error, you can go back to yesterday's saved version and re-upload that and remove the error. Or if there's a hack today, you can go back to when the website wasn't hacked and re-upload it and fix the issue that caused the hack. It doesn't make sense to go back and not change the error. So if they added an account admin123 with the username and password, go ahead and fix that admin issue, even though the plugins that we already have are going to protect us from all of that. So the backup is done. Go ahead and complete. You can go ahead and restore. So that's how you would do that, and we're good. Now we're just going to go ahead and update now. Hopefully there are no errors. I don't envision there will be any. Update to version 6.6.1, and we're good. The reload and redirected. That's good. That's good. That's good. And we're just going to go ahead and view our website. This is going to close. Come on, close. All right, that's gone. And everything here is beautiful. Now, the next part of this tutorial, what we're going to be doing is we're going to learn how each part of this website was built. So we can start with the header, all right? Then we can take a look at the footer. Then we can learn how, which is the most important part, how these ads were created, because everything was changed, was created. We can change the way it looks, and we can change the color and everything. Absolutely beautiful. So let's just go ahead and get started with that, guys. All right, guys. So this is the part of the tutorial that's going to take a bit of explaining, but we're going to break it down step by step. We're going to take a few minutes to really understand what's happening here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the website before we actually start building or editing or anything. I'm going to walk you through each part of the website, and I'm going to explain what is happening at each part. Then after I've explained what's happening at each part, we're going to actually start working on the different parts of the website. I think that's the best approach. So we always have the header, which is right here. And you scroll to the bottom, and we're going to have the footer, which is right here. Now, the header and the footer, everything on this website is built with a combination of Crocoblock and Elementor. All right, so the header, everything you see here, this is actually built with Crocoblock. It's not Elementor Pro. We're using the free version of Elementor. So the header right here is going to be built with Crocoblock, and the footer as well is going to be built with Crocoblock. Now, what we have here are a list of pages. Some of them are on this website. Some I assume are not on this website. We have the socials, the email opt-in. All that is made with Crocoblock. It's the same thing in the header. Everything here is made with Crocoblock. We have the website logo, we have the menu, and we have this is a button, and I believe this is a button from Elementor. Once we get in, we will realize we will learn more about what this is. But the interesting thing about this button is that it's going to carry a different function depending on if you are logged in. So I am logged in as admin 397. Depending on if you're logged in and if you are not logged in. So when you're logged in, you're going to be able to click and it takes you to the place on the website to create an ad. All right, that's what's going to happen. When you're not logged in, so I'm just going to go to nowhere. I'm going to have to turn off under construction mode just for a bit. When you're not logged in, all right, it's supposed to take you to a place. When you click on place an ad, it's supposed to take you to create an account or log in. So let's just go right there. There you go. So you can either register or you can log in. So you have to have an account to place an ad. All right, that's good. Now, we've explained what's happening with the header and the footer. Let's go back to the main website. Then we can explain that part. The first thing that we see here is like searching or filtering. It's very easy. It's actually filtering. It's not really searching. Searching would mean that you enter the criteria that you're looking up. Filtering means you're choosing from a list of set criteria to narrow down your search results. Right here, we have types of transport, make, model, and location. These are all select filters. So you can click and you can select cars. And from there, you're going to narrow down everything that is not a car is going to be removed from the make. You can select Toyota. And from there, you cannot select a Civic because Civic is from Honda. Then you can get like a Land Cruiser and you can search. These are all select filters. What we have right here, this is like a range filter. It's literally called a range filter. You can select cars within a certain price range. Let's say you're going from 2,000 to 50,000. Let's see if we can do that. 58,500. And we're going with any. And from that, you can hit search and we'll bring up the result. It's the same with the year of issue or the year of the car. And we're going to learn how to move this date up to 2024, 2025, whenever it is that you're watching this tutorial. Same with the engine capacity, the same with the location. Now, the thing that I want you guys to understand is that these filters are going to be updated in two different ways. You can either wait until you click search for the results to be updated, or you can set it so that the moment you select cars, everything on the page is filtered out and it's changed. So let's actually go to recent ads and see how this filter is going to work. And by the way, guys, a filter is built with Crocoblock again. So we have 5 sedans and 2 hatchbacks, 4 SUVs. So let's check out the SUVs. All right, notice that we haven't selected search or anything. We just selected the option that we want to search by or filter by, and the results have been updated. And these aren't SUVs, are they? They're not. These are actually cars. These are hatchback cars, I think. They are coupes. I don't know. But these are not SUVs. Whatever the case might be, let's check out crossovers. And yes, we have crossovers. Crossovers are in the right place. So that is how that is going to work in terms of the filter. We're going to learn how to make these filters, how to edit the current ones, and so on. So we've explained the hero section. Now this next section, which is where it's going to get interesting. We have types of transport. We have water, transport, trucks and buses, special. Well, you guys can read, right? Here's where we have to, dive a little bit deeper into Crocoblock and custom post types. Custom post types. What are custom post types? Well, when you have a website, you're going to have data that is being represented. That's all a website is, representing data in a human readable way. you're going to have different types of data. Now, if you go to the dashboard of WordPress, you're going to have two post types by default. You're going to have pages and you're going to have posts. Now, if you create a page, that's a website page, and well, we know what that is. Like, you're representing the data in the form of a web page. And if you create a post, you're representing the data in the form of a post. Anything beyond that, so you can have a product, like you have an e-commerce store, that could be represented data in the form of a product, like you're selling something. Beyond that, what we have right here, which is going to tie back here, is we're going to have an actual advertisement for a vehicle or a car or a truck or a bus. The interesting thing is that WordPress by default doesn't allow us to create this type of post. So we have to create a function in WordPress that allows us to create this kind of post. How do we do that? We're going to do that with Crocoblocks. And that is what these are here. These, water transport, trucks and buses, special machinery, motor techniques, machinery and cars, these are what we're going to call taxonomies. And they're literally characteristics that span across a wide range of this custom post type. The best way to think about this is if we go back to our dashboard and we had a blog post. So let's go to posts. Let's hope that there's a blog post there. So we have a few blog posts here. The best way to think about it is that we can have different categories of blog posts with different tags. All right. And these categories can be separated by topic. They can be separated by recency, by popularity, etc. It's the same thing that is happening here. We're going to have, so let's go all the way down to ads. We're going to have an ad that can be organized by color. So you can have a white boat and you can have a white car. All right. You can have different types of transport, which is a boat, a car, etc. You can have makes, models. Models would be like a Toyota Prado or Toyota Corolla. That's a popular car. You can have color. We've explained that. Or state. Different states can have different kinds of ads coming from there. The types of transport, which is what I want you to click on right now, is what you're going to see right here. The types of transport. And types of transport we have right here are machinery, motor techniques, special, etc., etc. We're going to get into editing these and adding more and so on. And then you can see the update take place here. But if I were to change it now, you won't see the update. The reason why I bring this out is that it's going to vary differently from what we have here. Because what we have here is an actual ad. But one of the characteristics of an ad is that it's going to have a type of transport. It's either going to be a car or a special machinery or one of these other options right here. In addition to that, let's go to ads. Every ad is going to carry a set of detailed information that accompanies it. What is the brand? What year was the vehicle or the type of transport made? What color is it? What is the size of the engine? You can say how fast it is. How many doors does that heated or cooled ventilated seats? Does it have memory seats, for example? Does it have a sunroof? Is it a convertible? You're going to have to learn, and well, we're going to learn how. I'm going to teach you actually how to create this ad. See, it says here is automatic. That's the transmission. It uses petrol. That's the gas. And what's the size of the engine? It's a 2.1 liter engine on a bike. That's crazy. So what am I saying here? These, the types of transport and the recent ads, these are all post types like you would have a blog post. These could be like different blog posts, or they could be different products. This could be a shirt, this could be a pants, this could be a sweater, this could be a hoodie, and this could be underwear, for example. But what is happening is that WordPress doesn't by default have this type of data. We're going to learn how to create this data. And the thing about it is that these ads are the same ones that are here, except that these ads here have a different characteristic or an extra characteristic that is not here, in that these ads are VIP ads. Now, that can be a simple radio button where, it's either VIP or it's not, it's either paid or it's not, and only the ones that are paid are going to appear here, which is why this is a very interesting way to display your data. It's going to show something that is standout. So people who pay for ads are going to have their ads appear here. And you might want, for marketing purposes, to have that section here. And that's it for the website, literally. When you look at the popular car brands, these are self-explanatory, right? And these are not necessarily going to be taxonomies, because you're not going to have a Toyota. Well, you can have a Toyota boat, believe it or not. but we just want to display the brands of different cars. And this is simple, like you would have a specific tag for a website. It could be news about Real Madrid FC, or news about Jessica Alba, or news about movies. That's simply what's being displayed here. You click on one of these classifications, and everything that appears is going to be classified as part of that. Now, where this is going to be very difficult for us is nowhere at all. Literally, this is a very easy thing for us to figure out. And I'm going to show you how. And basically, that's it for the website. We all know what blog posts are. These are our blog posts. They're all listed here. And you can click on a blog post and you can read it. This is how the data for a blog post is going to be displayed. All right. And it's much the same way how the data for an ad is going to be displayed. Now remember, so let me just show you how the data for an ad is going to be displayed. It's going to be like this. And now remember, I said that it's going to be like a Lego, right? We're going to build everything from the ground up. Step by step, brick by brick, we're going to get there. I want to explain how the website works before we actually start editing the website. And the most important thing we're going to hear is custom post type. So here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. We're going to duplicate. Actually, we're just going to edit with Elementor in a new tab. Well, while this tab loads, I'm going to show you something. On a normal website made by Elementor, when you go edit with Elementor, you're just going to see header, you're going to see footer, and you're going to see edit with Elementor. You're not going to see all these different options. And these options are tagged listing item. Now here's the interesting thing about it. When we go to Elementor, we know how Elementor works, right? It's a drag and drop page builder. What you see is what you get. But when we click on this one, edit, select, filter, it doesn't necessarily say it's an Elementor item. It's actually a Crocoblock item. So that's the first lesson. The first lesson is that there are two components to this website. There are Elementor elements and there are custom elements from Crocoblock. Now, this is a regular section, right? But within this section, what we're going to have is a filter. These are all filters, and we're listing cars or vehicles. And we're going to say that, let's say we have 40,000 cars on the website. It doesn't make sense for our website visitor to scroll through all 40,000 cars. They're never going to get through it in order to find the car that they want. So what we have is we have different types of filters to get rid of the unwanted options. Now, this is what's called a range filter. It goes from 2,000 to 398,000 for the price. It goes the same for the year of issue or the year of the vehicle. So like a 2024 Kia Sorento hybrid. I love that car, guys. Second favorite car. I'll soon tell you what the first favorite car is. The engine capacity, 2 liter, 3 liter, 5 liter V8 supercharged Shelby GT 500, and so on. Most importantly, we want to give an easy way for website visitors to decide that, or will filter out if they want a car, or they want a bus, or they want a truck, or they want a boat, or they want a bike. That's what we're going to use with the select filter. So you literally click on it and you select which type you want, and the list is going to be updated. It's the same with the make. So you might want a car, but what if you don't want a Honda, you want a Toyota? Well, you can choose Toyota, and only Toyota options are going to be available. You might, let's go ahead with Toyota. You might want a SUV. Let's say you go with a Prado. So here's a Land Cruiser. And just like that, instead of having to go through 40,000 listings, you can get all the Toyota Land Cruiser listings. And you can actually go back, really. And when you go back, you will get all the cars. This is what we want. Actually, we don't even have to do that. Let's just get cars. And then let's get Toyota. Oh, wait, I have to reset the filter. Now we have the cars. And now we have Toyota. And here are all our Toyota options. Now here's the thing that you just realized. Just a second listen. You notice that once I updated right here, the results came without selecting this option, which is search. And the reason why that happens is because of the way that we've set the filters to work on this part of the website versus on this part of the website. So that's a second lesson. You can have the filters update the results automatically, or you can set it so you can use multiple criteria set at a time before the filter is updated. Here's the third lesson, and the third lesson is the most important one. We have what's called a custom post type, and that's going to be the buzzword for everyone here. What is a custom post type? I want to make it very, very simple. a website is really a collection of pages, right? And the pages are representing data in some form. Now, data is going to be a wide definition here. What I mean by that, let's go to Facebook. Facebook is representing data. What kind of data? User data. So your name, your age, your profile picture, for example. And then let's move from Facebook and let's go over to YouTube. What type of data? You're on YouTube right now, right? What type of data is YouTube representing? Well, it's representing video data. So one is representing user data, one is representing video data. On WordPress, the default data type is actually a blogging data. And let me go to the blog, it's right here. We can open the blog. Let us click on a blog post. This is a nice Mercedes. And so let's take a look at this blog post. The default design and setting for data, blogging data to be represented on this WordPress website is you have a big profile image or a big cover photo right here, very beautiful. You have the header, you have the author, the category, the date it was published, and the actual blog post with pictures and so on. That is how the blog post data type is being represented. No, by default, WordPress doesn't allow e-commerce. So Amazon will be listing products, right? You can list products on WordPress and it's done through WooCommerce, but by default, it doesn't come like that. When you install WooCommerce, what you're actually doing is you're saying to WordPress, allow me to add product data types to my website. And remember, yet again, a website is a collection of pages, and the pages is a collection of different data types being represented. Now, when we have WooCommerce on our website and we're representing product data types, we're going to have some different things that we can do, right? We can have different types of products, different categories, different tags, and each product is going to have different descriptions or different criteria or different fields or different ways of identifying it. That's where we get like the product price, the product title, the product image, the product video, gallery, description. We can have a related product, for example. Those are all parts of the one data type, which is the product. Now, on our website here, since we understand what post types are and custom post type, the custom post type, and the only reason why it's custom is because WordPress doesn't do it by default, which makes it extremely powerful, extremely powerful. The custom post type that we have here is I want to say it's a car advertisement, but car is being used loosely. It's being used loosely. Try saying that fast because we're doing a lot more than car. We have boats, buses, special machinery, bikes, tractors, for examples, and then cars. So we're listing motor vehicles or cars or vehicles. I don't know what to call this. We're listing types of transport. Let's put it that way. All right. This is the custom representation in this format. So here's what you see on the actual blog post. This is the default representation or design for the actual blog. We have the header and cover photo. We have the title, author image, author name, the category, the date it was published, and the actual blog post. But this is just one representation. When we're listing all our blog posts, which is very interesting, we're going to learn something very awesome very soon. When we're listing our blog posts, this is what it looks like. We have the title, we have a description, we have the author name and the date posted, and we have read more. That is actually a design. It's the same here. Date, author name, author name. And if you look, you're going to realize that this design is very similar to this design, but the date and the author name are, they're in different sides of the web page, which means that these are two different ways of representing the same data type. So we have the data type and you can represent it in different ways. And this option here, the first blog post, is very similar to the second blog post. And if you had more blog posts, then this blog post would be similar to the next one after this. And that's just for design purposes, which is the next lesson. We can design how our custom post types appear. Matter of fact, we can design how our blog posts appear, because if you go on Zeilhan's website at blog.zeilhan.com, the blogs aren't going to look like this. They're going to be designed very differently. So we're representing our data type here. Just go back to the homepage because we're going to learn something important. We're listing all our advertisement data types. Let's say it's an advertisement data type. All our advertisement data types are going to have a profile image. We're going to have this button here, this star, which allows us to add to favorites, which is a function we're applying on the data type. So we can add products to cart, We can add blog posts to our read later. We can add advertisements to our favorites. We have a title, we have a price, we have the transmission, the type of fuel or the type of engine, because you can have electric and hybrid, and you have the size of the engine. That's one representation. Here's what's interesting, and the view more button. This representation right here is the exact same thing. The only difference right here and here is that we have the VIP tag, and the VIP tag is for those paid or premium advertisements. Interestingly, the background color is different as well. So we're listing our custom post data type in different ways. Look at this for me now. When we go to edit with Elementor, we see listing grid dark and we see listing grid. Pretty cool. Listing popular cars and listing types of transport. So each option here, types of transport, listing types of transport. Recent ads is actually going to be a listing grid, what's actually here. So let's go to Elementor. We're going to bring up back this option. If you hover over this section, it says it's a listing grid. So this is a listing grid, and the one that's used is the actual listing grid. Remember, it's just a way of representing our data type. And it's the same here. It's another listing grid, except that we're using a listing grid dark. So what are we actually saying? We're saying that once we create our custom post type, we're going to say, all right, let's use something different just to get away from what's here right now. This could be a book. So I have a book right here. So we're going to have a book. You guys are seeing the book, right? This could be a data type. A book could be a data type. Now, what are some of the characteristics of a book that, users would want? They would want the size of the book. They would want the color of the book. They would want how many pages it has. They might want to know, is it hardcover or softcover? No. Hardcover or paperback. That's the word that they use on Amazon. Is it hardcover or paperback? Is it, when you open the book, let me get to a page on the book. When you open the book, can you see that? Yeah, you kind of can see it. The lighting is a little bit bad. But are the pages ruled or not? And are they college ruled? Can you tear the paper out and get a folder leaf? Those are all different things that a customer would want to know about a book before they purchase it. It's the same thing here. When someone is purchasing a car, some of the things that they want to know: which brand is it? What is the size of the engine? When was the car made? How long has it been driven? Where on earth is this car located? Because if I'm in Florida and the car is in New York or Mexico or Canada, not very helpful, right? These are all different descriptors or characteristics of your post type, which is what we see right here. And I want to show you something interesting. When we click, all right, so we're going to open in a new tab. When we click on our advertisement post type, right here, we're just displaying the title, the price, the transmission, the engine, and the size of the engine. That's all we're representing. We can, however, change this to the title, the price, the location of the car, the brand of the car, and how many miles it's been driven. And you'll see that on many different car listing websites. When you click on this, it's going to take you to the actual advertisement itself. Remember, this is just one way of representing the ad. We could change this design. Now, instead of having one image here and description here, we could have a huge image, much like the blog, just one huge image, all right? And beneath the image, you would have the title, the author, and stuff like that. We can design how it looks, which is what we're going to learn to do today. So that is what a custom post type is. It's another way of representing data beyond the default way that WordPress comes with. It's very easy. The only reason why it seems difficult is because we haven't really started working with it as yet. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to learn how to create a custom post type. We're going to learn how to add characteristics. We're going to learn about taxonomies. Now, what are taxonomies? Taxonomies for your custom post type is going to be a way to categorize your different types of the posts. So we have an ad right here, and an ad can be a car, it can be a bus, it can be a truck. However, did you realize that the car, the bus, and the truck, they can both be the color white? Or, for example, they can all use a diesel engine. Or, for example, they can be made of metal versus fiberglass. Well, fiberglass tractor, I don't think that's the thing. And that's what a taxonomy is. It's going to be a characteristic that spreads across all different types of your custom post type. Now, here's an example of a taxonomy that you all know. When you go to any blog, that you read, there are going to be different categories for the blog. So let's use something everybody knows. We all love food, right? I love food, you love food. When you go to a recipes blog, you're going to have a taxonomy for the different types of food. You're going to have vegan, non-vegan, all right? You're also going to have, and you could have a taxonomy for just your chicken dishes or your beef dishes or your Asian dishes. Those are all different categories of the same, post type, which is a recipe or a blog. And it's the same thing here. I'm going to show you everything about taxonomy. I'm going to show you everything about how to create this. Actually, it's already created. We're going to show you how to edit it and show you how to design it and everything like that. So let's get going. I spent like 15 minutes explaining this because here's the thing. If you don't understand that basic thing, it becomes very hard to understand everything that we're going to be doing from here. So let's just close the blog because we don't really need the blog right now. We're going to head over to the car dealership website. And remember, right here, Edit with Elementor, we have a few things going on. All right, so I think the train is gone. So let's go, which would actually be special machinery, I guess, or just machinery. All right. So we're going to head over to, so keep all these tabs open, guys. Keep all of them open because I want to just go through all of this with you. All right. I want to go through everything with you. So we're going to go back to our here, this place, and we're going to go to our dashboard. All right. We're going to first learn how to create the custom post type. To create the custom post type, I'm going to assume that you have the template installed and everything like we've been doing. We're going to go to JetEngine and we're going to go to post types. Now, this is where it's going to get absolutely beautiful. We have only one post type, which is add. So it's an add post type. However, for the post type, there are different ways that we've represented it. So on the website, we see, let's just go back to the homepage because it has all of them. The header explains itself, right? So we kind of know what the header is. That's this place right here. And this is not made with Elementor. The free version of Elementor is what we're using. We're not going to be using Elementor for the header. And with the footer, where is the footer? Main footer. That is right here. This is also made with Crocoblock. Now, we have the blog post section here, which is last news. There we go. Let's see if the test drive section is there or perhaps not. I don't think so. Listing last news. So I think it's here. So listing last news is this list, and last news could be everything right here. Then we have popular car brands. These are all taxonomies. So on the dashboard, I want you to go to ads, and you're going to see types of transport, and we're going to see makes. Now let's open makes so you guys can understand what that is. We're going to tell you what it is in general, but Acura, Alfa Romeo, Audi, BMW, BYD, Cadillac, Catman, Cherry, Chevrolet, Citroen, Daewoo, Daihatsu. These are all car brands. So these are being displayed here. Popular car brands. All right, good. We're going to go up. Remember, I said that this section and this section is the same, except that, this listing and this listing is the same, except that for this listing, it's a white background. This is a dark blue background. This has the VIP symbol, and this doesn't have the VIP symbol. When we go here, we're going to see VIP ads. No, we don't, but we're actually going to see listing grid dark. Where is it? Listing grid dark, which is this right here. And we're going to see listing grid, which is this right here. And how do we know that? Well, when we edit with Elementor, we go here, and if we scroll down, we are going to see edit listing grid. The listing grid that is selected is actually listing grid dark. And if we select right here, the listing grid that is selected for this listing grid is just the default listing grid. Also, if you scroll all the way down, you're going to edit another listing grid, which a listing grid, as you're figuring out right now, is just a grid representing a lot of data types for the custom post type, right? So the custom post type is the general thing. You can have many blogs, you can have many ads. It's just a way of representing or categorizing all of them. We're going to have listing popular car brands. So we're going to learn how to actually make these listing grids and then add them, which is a beautiful thing. We're going to make our listing, grids, then we're going to add them to the website. And if you go back to the dashboard, you're going to see listing components, and we'll show you with all the different listing grids right here. All right, so all the different listing grids are right here. Listing grid dark, listing grid dark, listing types of transport, all of them are right here. And also it tells you what taxonomy or post type it's for. Now, let's get back to the actual custom post type ads. You can click on add new if you'd like, but I don't want to do that. What I want to do is actually explain how this works. So we're going to click on ads. We're going to go to edit. First thing, remember I mentioned taxonomies. Well, if you go to ads, you're going to see a few options right here. Types of transport, makes, models, state, and color. What I want you guys to do is we are going to go back to this dashboard option right here. We are going to go to JetEngine and we're going to go to taxonomies. All right, there's something interesting happening right here. Now for the taxonomy that we see right here, we're going to see color, state, models, makes, and types of transport. Let's click on color. All right, so when we edit color, it's going to say that the post type that this works for is ads, and the taxonomy slug is color. The label is going to be default, so we're not going to change anything here. What is the label? Well, take a look at this. On ads, we see add new post. So you can take a look at all your ads. You can add a new post. You can take a look at the ones with categorized by color, by state, by models, and by makes and types of transport. However, let's say that I don't like add new post because it's really a new ad, and add new ad sounds kind of redundant and makes me feel like I haven't got my lights about me, like I'm kind of out of it. What we could do is we could call this create new ad, right? So let's try that. To make this one create new ad, we're going to have to change the label. To change the label, we're going to go back to JetEngine. We're going to go to post types because we're editing the actual post type. There is one custom post type. We are going to click on edit the post type. On the post type, we're going to change the name. So we're going to go to labels. Add new is right here. Let's change it from the default, which is what is being displayed here for add new post, because a post type, add a new post, add a new custom post. We're going to change it to create. So let's just go with, sorry, my keyboard is off. Let us turn that baby on. New ad. All right, create new ad. Let's update this post type. After we've updated this post type, let's just go back to dashboard real quick, all right? And on ads, it says create new ads. So now we understand how to change that taxonomy. Now we're gonna go back to JetEngine, we're gonna go back to post types, and we're gonna go back to ads. We are going to edit, and we're gonna learn what a meta field is. Now what is a meta field? A meta field is when you click, let's just click on one of these ads, all right? A meta field is all the information that you need to represent about your post type. All right, these are the information that the person is going to enter when they're selling the car. So they're selling a bike. So what is it? The type of transport. Actually, I'm going to look for a different ad because not many people know about bikes. I don't know many things about bikes, but I do love this car. The Ford Mustang is one of my favorite cars. I love it more than a Kia Sorento. All right. So what type of transport is this? Well, it's a car, a very sexy car, all right? What is the body type? Well, clearly it's a convertible. What is the color? It's red. How many doors? 2. What year is it? 2015. All right, how many miles? What's the mileage? How long has it, how much? I don't know. How much has it been driven? It's been driven for 90,000 kilometers. The engine uses gas or petrol. It's a 3-liter engine. Automatic transmission, which is represented by AMT. And what is the drivetrain? It's a rear wheel drive, meaning that the power goes to the back wheel, not the front wheel. So it's a rear wheel drive. I don't know why I'm having so much fun. These are all meta fields for the post type ad. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our post types. We're going to see our meta fields right here. And these are all meta fields. Gallery. And here's our gallery. Price. Here's our price. Mileage. Here's the mileage right here. Body type. Here's the body type right here. Year. The year of the car. Everything that is right here is actually here. Now let's say that we want to add, so the title is here. And the title is very self-explanatory. It does need to have a title. Before we move on, this is the interesting part, is VIP switcher. And if you look right here, it just gives us a switcher, All right, so the field type is a switcher. What is the field type? The field type is a type of data that is going to be entered. And this is just going to be a yes or no. That's what's happening here in the switcher. All right, so that's it for the switcher. Is VIP is pretty much explaining that the ones that are yes for VIP are going to be here for paid ads, and the ones that are no are going to be here. Now, looking back at the Ford Mustang, what data type are you going to add for the gallery? So I'm going to show you how. So we're going to close this right here. We're going to add a new meta field. We're going to call this gallery. Let's call it new gallery. We're not going to save it because I don't want to mess up anything. Everything is related to each other, guys. So we're going to have new gallery. The name or ID is new gallery. We're going to leave that as is. What is the object type? We're just going to leave it as a field. But what is the field type? What kind of data do we add? So if we actually select text, we're not going to be able to add images to the gallery once we add it to our design. We're going to have to click right here and we're going to say media. Now, if we choose media, we can only add one picture, right? One picture. If we choose gallery, then we can add multiple pictures like we see right here. And that is what data types are. If this wasn't new gallery, so let's continue with the tutorial. And let's say we want to find out how many races this car has won. So we're going to call this field drag races 1. Guys, don't race on the street, race at the drag strip. Drag races 1. And we're going to just name this drag races. Drag races 1. Now, we don't want to have a picture, right? We want to have a number. So we're going to change this to an actual number, all right? And that is how we're going to create all our meta fields. Now, once we save this, I'm not going to save it, but once we save this, I'm actually going to delete it. Once we save it, that's going to be a field that can be added right here. Now, I want you to realize something. We have different fields, but not every field that is listed here as a meta field is potentially added. That comes with the design. That's what we're going to look at next. Stay with me. So we're going to go back. We're going to take a look at our meta fields. We don't need a drag races 1. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. That was just an example. Yes, I am sure. And these are all the options. Now, let's go through them so we can have an understanding. The gallery is going to be a gallery data type, 100% field width. That's not so important, but I'm going to show you what that means. So we're going to go to ads, create new ad. We're going to open link in new tab, and here's the title of the ad. The title is going to be right here, Ford Mustang. So the title of the ad is here. First, we're going to have the gallery, all right? Once we have the gallery, it says the field, which is 100%. That's just saying here that all of this is going to, this actual field is going to span the entire width of the display area right here. Let me see if there's one that is not 100%. No, they're all 100%. So I can change the year from 100%. Let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So we're going to go to year. And what data type would that be? That would be a number. All right, so we're going to go to year. And that's the easy one. The field type is actually a text. But you can actually use a date and you can use a number. But they've used text. We're going to change the field width from 100% to 50%. We are going to update this post. Once we go back to create new car, we're going to just reload. And you're going to see the year take up half the space. There we go. It takes up half the space right now, which means that we perhaps want to change something here from 100% to 50% and fix the design. But we're not going to worry ourselves about that. At least we understand what's happening. So that's it for the field width. And the thing that I want to point out is that they use text for this field type. You could choose a date, you could choose a number. Depends on you, but the reason why they use this, I believe, is to make it easier to transfer the data. But custom post type is all about how you want to work. Door, how many doors does it have? If you look, this is what's called, where is it? This is what's called a radio button. You can only select one at a time. It's the same thing with the engine type. So you can't have a car with 5 doors and 4 doors. That doesn't work. It's either 5 or 4 or 3 or 2. Same with the engine. It's either petrol, diesel, fuel, electric, or hybrid. Let's go to the engine type. I'm going to show you how to change this label. I'm going to change it from hybrid to HEV. I'm going to post types. All right. Let's close that. Engine type. All right. Scroll all the way down. It says here that the field type is a radio. which is good. Radio data field. Engine type, and the field type is a radio. Let's get the radio option. So I'm going to go to car dealer. No. I'm going to go to ads, add new car again, or create new ad again. And I'm going to show you the radio field. The radio field is right here. You can only select one of them, like we've said. It's the same thing here. The engine type, we're going to change it from hybrid HEV to new hybrid HEV. So to change this, what you want to do is you want to change the options that are there. But if you look here, it says the field type is a radio. However, to get the source of the fields, you have to go to glossary. Now, where is glossary? Glossary is going to be JetEngine, and scroll down to glossaries and the engine type. And here we go, hybrid HEV. We're going to change this from hybrid HEV. So this is the field value. This is what's going to be saved in the database and retrieved at different parts of the website. We're going to change from hybrid HEV to new hybrid HEV. And that's what's going to be displayed. Just go ahead and save that. We can add a new option right here. All right, so let's go ahead and add a new option as well. The field value, what kind of engine should there be? Hydrogen. I don't think that's going to happen again. But, let's add it as an option. And we're going to label this hydrogen. And let's save. So we've added different options. Let's go back to our add new car. Let's go ahead and refresh. And we're going to see all those changes here. And here it is, new hybrid HEV and hydrogen. Same thing with the door. To change the door, you close here, and we can add 6 doors. Let's see what the type that they use. Do they use a number for the? Yeah, they do use a number for the database. So we can just add 6 doors. I don't know if a car has 6 doors, but that explains itself. And if we save and we refresh, we're going to see 6 doors. There we go. Now we have what's called a body type, and we have different options right here. We're going to show you how to change this. This is what's called a checklist, a drop-down list actually. So we're just going to go back here to posts. On our meta fields, we are going to say body type. So just close the engine type option. Let's go to body type. The data type is going to be a field, and it's going to be a select field, which is what this is right here, a select field. So just go to, it says here actually, it says here that we're going to get the source of information from the glossary. And the exact glossary is going to be the body type glossary. Now, it's interesting that you can actually use a transmission glossary. All right, so we're going to go back to our glossary. I think it is here. And we're going to go to body type. Body type, here it is. And under body type, we have different options. We're going to add a new field. We're going to call this car, this field, 3 wheels. And we're going to name it the label 3-wheel vehicle. Now remember that the label is what you're going to see, but the field value is what's going to be saved to the database. That's a database name. And we're going to just check this by default, which isn't good, but just to see what happened. We're going to go ahead and save that. And when we add new post, we are going to refresh. And it's default 3-wheel vehicle. And you can change to sedan, hatchback, etc., etc. Now, I'm going to go ahead and remove this because, it's kind of not what's happening. We're going to set sedan yet again to the default. Yes, that's there. And let's save. Now that we understand the post type, so we create the post type, we're going to give it a name, the name ID, which is going to be saved in the database. This is automatically generated most times. We are also going to tell what type of field it is. You have all these options. And then we're going to tell, depending on what we choose, the other options thereafter. We're going to take a look at taxonomies. Remember, I said that taxonomies are going to be ways of categorizing your data about your custom post type. Go to taxonomies, you're going to go to ads, and here are our taxonomies. We have color, state, models, make, and types of transport. On the create new post, you're going to see at the right-hand side over here, we're going to have color, state, models, makes, and types of transport. And the funny thing is these could also be meta fields, guys. So it doesn't have to be a taxonomy. They just chose to use a taxonomy for this. To edit our taxonomies, we're going to go back to post types. Well, go back to our dashboard. We're going to JetEngine, and then we're going to taxonomies. We're going to have a list of our taxonomies here. We're going to edit color, for example. This is not where we're going to add the colors, but color is a good one to start. The name is color. The slug, which is what is saved in the database, is color. It's going to be applied to ads. Here's an interesting thing. Remember I said that, scratch my head a bit. Remember I said that pages and blog posts are also post types. Check this out. If we add the color to blog posts post type and we update the taxonomy, when we go to post types, we're going to see colors here, or colors. So let's just refresh and you're going to see it. It's actually pretty cool. So we're going to go to posts and we're going to see color. But the bad thing is that blog posts don't carry colors. They don't have colors. They're not, defined by colors. They're defined by perhaps genre. So like hip hop, rap, sports, news, politics, business, etc. But they're not categorized by colors. So that's a bad fit. Not because we can do it, mean we should. So let's go ahead and delete that, update our taxonomy. Scroll all the way down, we don't have any meta fields, that's perfectly fine. We can take a look at our other taxonomies before we go into adding them. Let's take a look at types of transport, since that's a big one. Under types of transport, we're going to add that to the ads post type, which is good. And I want you guys to realize just how many different post types this currently has. It has pages, it has posts, pages again, it has ads, it has page templates. These are all post types for this current website. So this gets really deep and very complicated, but once we understand the basic workings or machinations of it, it becomes easy to understand. The term icon is going to be the icon that's displayed for the types of transport. That's right here or here or here. These are the icons that you see above the name. And the taxonomies, and we have the list number. So they're going to be within a list. Perfectly fine. We're not going to worry about that too much. That's not something we need to concern ourselves with right now. To take a look at our taxonomies, we're just going to go to ads, and we're going to see all our taxonomies here. Let's just look at models. All right, let's look at makes for now, because that's a big one. The makes is all the way down here, popular car brands. All right, our makes are here: Acura, Alfa Romeo. One of the things that I noticed, though, once I was actually playing around with this, is that we didn't have Tesla as a car make, which is interesting. Oh, it's here right now. So I added Tesla. So I'm going to delete it and add it again. So we don't have Tesla right here. We don't have Tesla as a car make. So let's go ahead and add that and go to the name is Tesla. And we're not going to add a description. You can add a thumbnail. I'm going to add one, and we're going to add a new tag. And you see some things change, but it's not, oh, there it is at the top. But if we want to get it in alphabetical order, we refresh, and it's right here now. And that's the beauty of this. So that's how we take a look at our taxonomies. Under Toyota, it tells us that we have a number of ads for Toyota at 4. So we can literally go ahead and click on that. We get all the listings that are categorized as Toyota. And the same thing as state. Let's see if we have one for Florida or Myrtle Beach or California. Good. We have 6 ads from California. We can click on that. And it's right here. And you know what just came to mind? What if on the front end of the website, which is, I think that's a really good thing to do. What if on the front end we have popular states or popular locations, and we created one of these listing filters and added it so people can go and say, oh, let me see what's being sold in my state. That would be something good to do. Which brings us to the next part of the actual tutorial. Once we know how to create the actual custom post type and we know how to do the taxonomies, we're going to actually now we're going to need to learn how to display that on the website. Remember, I said there are 2 ways to display. This is the default way. This is the first way. Or on the front end, a small part like a card of some sort. And then we're going to have the actual listing. Ads, I can close that. And right here. So I'm going to just go on a car to take a look at the actual ad, because I understand cars a little bit better than bikes. I don't know too much about bikes. Refresh. I'm not seeing the car that I want. Car. I can actually just use the filter then. So let's just look for cars and Ford. There should be a Mustang here, or 2 Mustangs should be here. All right, here's one. So here we go. And this is the second way of displaying it. And that's the beauty of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually design all of these. Now, remember I said that we could change this to a different layout. I'm going to show you that. The first way, I'm going to go ahead and open this in the tab. The first way is on the home page or wherever it is that we want to edit. We can edit with Elementor the entire thing, or on the home page we can go to edit with Elementor and we can click on edit listing grid. So we can literally click on listing grid right here. That works. Let's see what happens. So now we're editing the listing grid. These are all meta fields that we've added to this post type. We also have, so we can use the actual meta fields or we can have the taxonomies. So we're going to add a new one. To add a new one of these, we're going to go to plus and I'm going to just type dynamic. There are two options. We can have a dynamic field. A dynamic field would be like the meta fields, and we can have dynamic terms. The dynamic terms would be like the taxonomies. I'm going to use a taxonomy for now. The taxonomy that I'm going to use is from types the makes, which is the brand. All right, we're going to use a hammer for the logo. Normally, we would get a custom logo that actually represents the brand of the car. I'm going to use a hammer. And it says here Honda. But the hammer doesn't tell us that it's a brand we're talking. So we're just going to go ahead and say make / brand. All right. We're going to have that. And there we go. We can do some styling. All right, here we go. And that is beautiful. So it's not really beautiful, but it's there as I would want it. I don't think I can do no, we can't do a hover for the icon, but that's okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and publish these changes. All right. We're going to go back here. Let's just open link in new tab. All right. And scroll down. And here we go. The changes are right here. Right? The changes is actually there. So this is what's beautiful. We already know how to make the custom post type. We know how to add the meta fields or different characteristics of the post type, which is the add, and we know how to create the taxonomies. Now we know how the first way to design the display. Now, this is just to edit it. What if we're going to create our own display like this, our own design? To do that, we're going to just, I think I'm going to open another tab. But boy, my computer is going to be working today. We're going to go to dashboard. All right. On the dashboard, we're going to go to JetEngine. And we're going to go to listing components. We're going to click add new listing item. The listing source is going to be the posts. All right, guys, the post. There's a custom post that we're building for. The from post is going to be ads. So I scroll all the way down to ads. So if we added another custom post type for books, then we could have a post type, a listing item for books. So we can have more than one custom post type. It's obvious, right? Because the blog post is one, the page is one, the ads is one, and then there are other post types on the website. So you can create listing items for different post types. Good. Then the listing name, we would just say new listing design, and we would use Elementor and create listing item. Once we create the listing item, we edit with Elementor. All right. I'm not going to edit that one. I'm going to edit the listing grid dark. Edit with Elementor. We already know that we can go ahead and do design changes. So just do a simple one. I'm going to edit. And we're just going to change the background color to a bright red. I'm going to copy this to make it easier. All right. And we're going to change it to bright red. All right. It's ugly, but it's very hard to miss once it's done. All right. I'm going to publish. Go back to our car dealer. The one that we expect to change is this one. All right. So let's go ahead and refresh. All right, and we see the change. It's an ugly change. It's hard to miss, but that's a good part. We can see that it's changed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and change that back because, it's just so ugly, really. But we understand now how to find and edit our listing grids. The other thing that I want you guys to know, you can change these. So it doesn't have to be this data that you use. So you can literally click edit dynamic field. I showed you how to add one. So we're going to change from transmission. We're going to change to make. I already had one for the make, which is Honda. So what else could we add? We could have the mileage, I guess. The mileage is here. We can format the data. So just go to customize field output. Edit labels by glossary. Field formats. That's going to be there. And that's going to be after. And the next thing that we can do is we can change the icon. Not going to change that. I'm actually going to just remove those things. Actually, I'm not going to just remove that. That fixes it. And yes, that's kind of it. We can do the designs. We know how to do designs. That's very easy. Icon, etc., etc. That's all that stuff is very easy. It's the same with petrol for the gas and the engine size. And if you look at the engine size, you're going to notice that the data for the output is already formatted. I just added the L for the liter, and they have decimal points here. We can add a decimal point. I don't think we can add a decimal point for the mileage. And the reason is because when you look at mileage under JetEngine post types, it's not a number. That's the thing, guys. So it's not a number. It's actually a text that I believe is there. I'm going to go ahead and look at the transmission. It is field type is it's it's not transmission. It's mileage. Mileage I should be looking at. Mileage. It's a text. It's a text field, and because it's a text field, we can't add a decimal point. The engine size, however, is engine capacity or engine size. It's actually a number. So that's why we can have the decimal point. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and refresh because I wanted to add the mileage, but because the mileage is in a text, I'm not going to be able to add a comma to make it a little bit more attractive. So I'm going to keep things as it is. I mean, you guys know how to change this. I'm just going to go ahead and change this to transmission. And we're good. Publish that. You see this, it's a switch edit dynamic field. It's right here. Where is it? Edit VIP. It's yes or no. It's on or off, yes or no. And where is it? Post type, post type, post type. And no, this is our taxonomies, isn't it? Yeah, this is our glossaries, post types. All right, good. Let's just close that. Have too many windows open. And VIP, it's a switcher. The type is a switcher. It's right here. All right, is that a yes or no? All right, it's on or off. And that's that. So we know how to edit these posts. All right. Now, here's the thing that I was saying. So I'm going to go to our website, right? This is our regular section, and we can add these listing types. So we create the listing types. You go to JetEngine listing components. We create our listing components here. Then we go to the front end of our website and we edit listing grid. And we choose the one that we just created by name and add it to the front end of the website. All right. You can literally click right here. You can go listing grid, drag and drop here, and you can choose one. Let's just go with the dark. So you guys going to give it a name, listing grid dark. And there you go. You can publish these changes. Refresh the car dealership website. Get rid of those other changes. And there we go. The changes there. So you create the post type. You add the meta feeds. You add the taxonomies. You start to create some posts. Then you can design the first look of the post type, and you can add it to page using the listing grid. The second thing that we're going to look at is once we click on the actual ad. So I'm going to leave it as is. Once we click on the actual ad, my friends, we can change how this looks. Right. So this is the actual representation of the overall post. So these are the meta fields that we worked on, like we said. The easiest way to figure out what this is called is literally to go to Edit with Elementor, and it's going to say single ad. So we know what this is. It's a single ad, and then there's a listing grid, and then there's a footer. So all the way to the footer, this is here. We know what this listing grid is because we just worked on those. So everything else is part of the list, the single ad. So how do we edit the single ad? We can click here and click edit single ad, right? That's one way. But from the dashboard, I am searching for my dashboard, guys. I'm going back to dashboard. From the dashboard, we're going to go to Crocoblock Theme Builder. And this is where we're going to go single ad. Now, here's the beautiful thing, right? This right here is a representation of the website. We have the header. Let's just go back home. And let's click on one of these ads. I want the Mustang. Where is the Mustang? Here we go, Mustang. So we have the header, all right. We have the single listing, which is what we're going to see right here, the single ad, and then we have the main footer. But we also added in this, we added the similar ad. Now, what this is saying here, which is beautiful, is saying that all single listings, all single pages should have this format. It has a header, the single ad, and then the main footer. But once you go in and edit with Elementor, you can go ahead and add this little listing area right here that we see. To go ahead and edit this single listing ad, like we said, you go to Theme Builder, you click right here, and you edit content. It's going to open with Elementor. Remember, guys, the entire website is built with Crocoblock. So the header, the footer that you normally need Elementor Pro to do, you do that with Crocoblock. And this is the design. So here's what we're going to do. We can change this design a little bit. So notice that we have this that's been added at the bottom from the actual template, and that's because this is another part that's been added overall. This is a listing grid that's been added. However, this part is the main part, right? So we have the gallery, we have our we have the meta field, so not icon box. The icon box is interesting, but this part, so the icon box is going to be this, which says we have an icon and a name, but the data that we're getting from the website is going to be this part, which is a data field. So the dynamic term from taxonomy types of transport is the same with body type. This could also be an icon box, but the data that we're grabbing from the website, because this is just the title of the field, right? The actual information that is going to be entered by the user, this is going to be taken from Crocoblock's, the custom post type that is entered. That's why we have edit dynamic field. We're going to have metadata year. We're going to have metadata mileage. We're going to have metadata engine capacity. And we can have dynamic terms for the types of transport, I believe it is. So there it is, dynamic terms like we showed you just now. All right. We have the description. This is going to be a dynamic field, the actual content of the field. We can have the advanced options right here. Advanced options, did I show you advanced options? Scroll all the way down. Power steering and interior, etc., etc., etc. All right. So you guys know all of that. What I want to do is I want to make some changes to so I don't need this anymore. And let's say I don't need this anymore. The single ad. All right. So for the single ad, what I want to do is I want to add just a section here. I'm going to edit the container, the vertical height, VH, and we can click on this and it says edit gallery slider, and it tells us where to get this. So we can just go right here and gallery, because remember we didn't have an actual image field without a gallery. So we can go to gallery slider, drag and drop that right here. We're going to select which gallery it is. So go to post types, and I think it's called gallery. Is it? Let me just edit this to see if we have the right thing. It's called add gallery. All right. So add gallery. All right, there's that. The section is a little bit too big, but let's just wait. Oh, I see what's happening. It's the image that's too big from this. So I'm going to edit the gallery slider. The image size is going to be medium. That's still too big. Thumbnail. Ugh, wow. So this is not getting any smaller. Let's go full width. Text box. It's not getting any smaller, but I think it will make the change that we need. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and then we can publish. But before I publish, I'm going to add some more data. So I'm going to add the title. The title is right here. It's a dynamic field from the post term title. So we can go we can duplicate. Oh, this is an easy way to do this. We can click on this and dynamic field. Oh, so we need to have and then now I can drag the dynamic field in this container. So we need to have a section container in it. Now we can have, come on. Is it there now? Yes, thank you. Sheesh. Fine, I'll just do it the long way. Dynamic field, go right there. Title. Just close that. Delete that. Copy that. Paste style. And we can add another dynamic field. Add another dynamic field. This one is going to be the price. So we're going to have metadata because we entered the metadata with the price. The price is right here. There we go. We can format the data. We're going to add the dollar sign, not the percentage sign, but the dollar sign. Come on. Dollar sign. I think this is, so here's the problem with this again. It is not a number that we're taking, it's actually a text. So we can't customize it as we want. That's the problem. We'd have to do it from the back end, which is not very convenient. And everybody's going to do that. So yet again, I would change from text to number for my own website. So yeah, that's that. And I'm going to go ahead and publish these changes. And the design is ugly, but you get what it's doing, right? So I'm going to go back to the Ford Mustang and I'm going to refresh. And we're going to have a hideous design. Ugh. I mean, look at that. Brother, ugh. Brother, ugh. That's ugly. But yeah, it's right here. So we see the changes. Let's get it. This is the type of work that would get me fired by my client. My client would fire me after this. Let's remove that and update it. Brother, ugh. Ugh. What's that? Whew. Wow. And yes, indeed, you're going to notice something interesting. So let's go back to single listing. I'm going to close that. On the actual page, we see send a message, Tom Miller, etc. If you look here, we have all the information except for this. So right above send a message, we have when he's registered and we have Tom Miller. We have registered Tom Miller. What is this? This is a button. However, you can go ahead and edit the dynamic field. You can change the amount of columns from 2 to 3. You can change the width of the area. It's basically designed as you know it, guys. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to keep it with 3 columns for now. A little bit harder to read, but I think 2 columns is best because you don't have to move your head from left to right too much. And yeah, so you can edit your listing grid like that. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do the header and the footer. We're going to upload the logo. So I am going to go to car dealer dashboard to edit the logo, right? So we're going to go to appearance, customize. This is the easy part, guys. And we're going to add the favor icon or the site icon as well. Site identity. We're going to change logo. I'm going to upload my company's logo. I'm actually going to use the white logo for this one. Go ahead and do that. We're going to skip cropping. And that's good. We are also going to change so go to header. We can't change the site icon from here, can we? It doesn't seem so. It's not at site identity. It is not. We changed it here, but it's not updating. So I'm going to show you where to actually edit that since it's not changing, guys. But general site settings. Oh, there we go. Favor icon. We can upload our favor icon or site icon here. All right, just crop image, sure, like that. Go back. Social links, we can edit those, not going to do anything. I'm just going to publish these changes. Let's just close here. Let's go to the site. No, we don't have to go to the site today. We can actually go to Crocoblock theme builder. All right. On the theme builder, you see the header right here. We can click edit content. Then now we can change the logo, edit the site logo. So you can see that Crocoblock overrides WordPress's default values. We have our menu right here, our navigation menu, and we have our button. I want to explain these buttons to you. So we have one that's grayed out and we have one that's highlighted. One of these buttons are going to be displayed when you're logged in, and the other is going to be displayed when you're not logged in. The way the website works is that whenever you click on place an ad, you're going to have to create an account to place an ad. So if you're not logged in, when you click place an ad, the button that should be displayed should carry you to the registration and login page. If you are logged in, the button that is displayed should take you to the create an ad page. And that's why we have this. This is called dynamic visibility. And the visibility is going to be dependent upon if you are logged in or not. To set dynamic visibility, you're going to add a button. So let's get a button, any old button. All right, we're going to add a button. Click here, go to advanced, dynamic visibility. We're going to enable dynamic visibility. We're going to show element if condition is met, and the condition should be user is logged in. So user logged in. All right, so if the user is logged in, this button is going to be shown. Let's duplicate it. And if the user is not logged in, so I can actually change the title. We're going to do that. For the dynamic visibility, we're going to say user not logged in. It's right there. User not logged in. And we're going to change this to user not logged in. I'm going to change this one to user logged in. I'm going to publish these changes for just a bit. Edit with Elementor. We're going to view page changes. All right, so the user is currently logged in. Let's turn off under construction mode. Let's open in incognito. And it says user not logged in. So that's the conditional. Now, if you click on place an ad, it's going to take you to the registration and login page. So click on ad, place an ad. It's going to take you there. All right. Try the account in action. So you need to do this. And it's actually taking us to Crocoblock's website, which is not something I like, but we can fix that. And if you are logged in, place an ad. It's going to take you to the actual create an ad page. So if we go back to our header, edit header, this one should be, so I'm going to delete these buttons because I was just showing you how dynamic visibility works. If we edit these buttons, edit dynamic link. All right, let me just confirm which one this is. Oh, this is not displayed. So this is not using dynamic visibility. Interesting. So none of these buttons are using dynamic visibility, which means that it hasn't been set up. Let's see where the link goes to. So the link here goes to the profile page URL. All right, that's good. And where does the link for this go? The link for this is just place an ad, the source. Also, this is a dynamic link. This is not, so this button is a dynamic link. It's not just a regular button. A dynamic link works the same way, guys. So look at it. It says here that the source is the profile page and the profile page is ad you ad. All right. We can exit to WordPress, and in the same way we can take a look at the footer. Let's go back to dashboard. Remember, go to JetEngine, no, Crocoblock, theme builder, and main footer. We can edit the main footer, edit content. And in much the same way we can edit this. This is also a form from JetForm, which is very easy to use. To use this JetForm, you go to your dashboard, go to JetForms. Where is JetForms? JetForm builder, go to forms. You're going to have a login form here or subscribe. You can create new form, and you can just use a default form from right here. You can use newsletter sign up, enter your email and submit, and you publish that. All right, I'm going to leave. It says here that subscribe. we can edit this form and see it's the same thing, right? And what you can do is on the theme builder, wait, I am looking. So let's just go to, all right, main footer, you edit jet form, subscribe is a choose form. And so the form is a subscribe form. It is right here. We've chosen it. You can edit the style as you would like, just as any other form, but this is the default setting that it's using. Let's look for the button, submit button. There we go. Let's change the background color to blue. And you see that it's changed. And when you hover, it goes to green. And yeah, you can see that. So it's pretty much that. The form successfully submit and submit failed. Just the messages that will be shown upon success and failure. I don't think you can change those messages here, do you? And we have a tutorial on jet forms actually, guys. That is linked in the description below. So we're not going to actually go through that too much. And these are all icon lists with no icons, and you add a link to them, and we all know how to do this stuff from regular. We can just go ahead and change the site logo to the white logo again. Ooh, that is a little bit big. So can I change the image size? Can I? Style, advanced. I'm going to use a custom width. I'm going to use 20%. Well, we can use probably 18. All right, so that's good. We can change the footer text as we like with the copyright and everything. Publish those changes. And yeah, it's just a regular design stuff like with Elementor. So that's it for the header, the footer, the listing grids, and so on. Now we're going to have to learn the next part of this. So let's see what's left to learn. Let me just wait for this load. All right, let's go to the dashboard. Now I'm going to go to the site. Let's see what else we need to learn. Ooh, we have to take a look at filters, guys. Filters is going to be very interesting because we already know how to do the taxonomies. We know how to create them, how to add the icons, how to rename them. We know how to create a post type. We know how to add the meta fields. We know how to make this design, how to edit this design. We know how to add a design to the page. It's the same thing with this part here. We know how to create and add it to the page. It's going to be the same with the popular car brands. We can do another section like this with the popular locations. Once you click on an ad, we know how to change. We've learned a lot, guys. We know how to change the design of this page that we're on right now. We know how to change that. We know how to change this information, how it's formatted, how it's displayed, And yeah, we're going to have to take a look at the profile settings, sending messages. So we're going to take a look at sending messages and the filters. So I think we've learned almost everything that we need to learn to edit this template. What we're going to have to create is going to be a different thing. It's going to be so long. It's going to probably be a 6 or 8 hour tutorial. That's how bad it is. We already know how to create pages, new page, how to add pages to the menu, stuff like that. So we're learning a lot. All right, so let's learn about filters, guys. Something I realized that was off, guys. I didn't show you how to make this part of the design. And this part is actually the same as the popular car brands. So the types of transport section that we have right here, and the popular transport or popular car brands, it's made the exact same way because remember, this would be the mix, right? So the popular car brands would be classified as mix, and that's a taxonomy. And the types of transport would also be a taxonomy based on our design. Now, we could have them as meta fields, but we used taxonomies for those. So before I actually go into filters, this is what I'm going to do next. So we're going to learn how to do this. Then we're going to filters. After we're going to filters, we're going to look at what's called an archive. An archive is basically when we do the filter and we say we're going to keep the Toyota theme going, and we say Toyota, and we search. This results page right here is an archive. All right, so wherever we filter, we get the results. That's an archive. So we're going to look at the archive page, how to design this page, and then we're going to look at the forms. All right, so let's go ahead and Just go back so we can look at it again. Learn how to create this types of transport and this popular car brand section. And for your design, I suggest you put the premium ads first above everything, or perhaps before this section, because your premium ads tend to be the paid ads, and they also tend to be ads that are better designed, better pictures and so on, because companies are paying to have these ads displayed. All right, then, so let's get going. So to create this section, we have to yet again go to car dealer dashboard. Oh yes, I remember I always show you that there are two ways to go about this. All right. So you can stay here wherever you see this section that you want to edit, and you can edit with Elementor. And it says listing types of transport. Now here's what I'm going to do for you, because it's very possible that you're going to be working with this template or another template and you don't remember exactly what happened. And instead of having to go through the tutorial, I'm just going to teach you the hack on how to get to different sections. All right. So we're editing in this tutorial. Remember, in the next tutorial, we're going to just learn how to build everything from the ground up. So it's going to be a different approach. So what you could do is you could edit the entire page with Elementor. You could click on edit the listing grid, and then the listing grid will tell you what it is. So it says here that listing types of transport. That's a listing grid that we're editing. And you can click on this yellow pencil to edit the listing grid item, which is absolutely beautiful. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to the actual design of what you're editing. So here it is right here. Now, more importantly than that, you go to the dashboard, right? So I'm going to go back because I want us to take a look at what's exactly happening here. It's a listing grid, like I said, listing types of transport. So go to dashboard. We are going to go to JetEngine. We're going to see listing components. Let's click on that. Under listing components, we are going to see listing types of transport. It's right here. The important part, it says it's for the post types of transport. So let's say you're going to create it from scratch. You go to add new listing item. You're not going to use posts this time. Instead of using a post, you're going to change it from post to terms. And then you're going to use types of transport. All right. You are going to set the listing name. You're going to say new listing types of transport. Or we could just say new listing states, and we could change from types of transport to state or models or well, the models would be self-explanatory as well, the makes, the color, etc. So you can use any one of these, and you edit with Elementor. You create listing item, you grab a section, flexbox section. There's a section here. You're gonna have to change the size of this page because remember, it's a small part. All right, so if you look at the website, this is a very small section that you're gonna have this take up. So you're gonna have it, let's say 250. So you're gonna go to your preferences, listing settings. So it's telling us that it's taken from state. That's good. We can make the listing items clickable. The permalink, the link source is the permalink. Not going to open a new window. Going to leave everything there as is. General settings, that's good. We're going to change the preview width to, it's at 300 right now. I'm going to leave it as is. And I don't know what the actual listing size is for this section here, but we're going to assume 300 is good. We're going to click right here. We're going to grab a dynamic term. We're going to take from taxonomy. We're doing state, were we? I think we're doing state. And we can easily center this. We can do some editing on the text. In the content, the icon that we're going to use is just going to go right here. And we're going to grab a dynamic image. Dynamic image. I'm actually going to do design differently here. I'm going to actually put the words at the top. And it's going to be from the post thumbnail. And it says here, custom field repeat component. For this, we're going to select term icon. And we don't have any icons for the state. And that's the interesting thing here. We can lazy load, we can link our images, we can align center. Lazy load, we can link our images to the permalink. I'm going to leave the link image. Yeah, actually, let's link the images. Not going to open a new window. Not going to add the real attribute because that's for SEO purposes. We can add a fallback image. And if I say yes to hide if the value is empty, then everything's going to be hidden because we actually don't have any icons set up in our taxonomies. So if we want to set up icons in our taxonomies, we go back to our dashboard. All right. We're going to go to ads. We're going to go to state. Alabama. Let's just edit this one. And if you look at it, we don't have an image for the state. To create an image, we'd have to go back to JetEngine. So if to add the image element, we have to go back to JetEngine, listing component, no, taxonomies. State is right here. We're going to edit state. We're going to scroll all the way down to meta fields. We are going to add a meta field. We're going to say state image. State image is here. The field type is going to be media. And we're going to save. Let's go ahead and save it so you guys can see what's happening. And once that's done, we can go back to ads and state. And there we go. Now we can add the image, our media. We can go back to Alabama right here, and we can add a media. But here's the interesting thing: we normally don't look at the look at a website and see an icon or a shape of Texas. I'm like, oh look, it's Texas, or oh look, it's Washington, or oh look, it's New York. Even though we know the names, don't know what the state actually looks like. So you can see why they didn't actually put the image on this to begin with, right? Because it's poor design. You can do the same with colors, which gives us an interesting idea. We could have circles with like the actual color, red, blue, green, and that would make it a lot faster for people to identify the color that they want. And we could have images for the colors. We would make it in much the same way. But this is basically how you would do it. Now I'm gonna publish these changes. I'm not gonna add them to the site because, well, for obvious reasons, we don't have much except for the words, and that's not much to show. But it shows us how to create it, and once we know how to create it, we can edit it. And the reason why I'm going back is I'm just going to show you quickly how to edit the types of transport listing. Use same thing, JetEngine, listing components, listing types of transport. It says here that it's types of transport, which is good. When we go to state, here it is, new listing states, it says it for state. All right, good. So listing types of transport, we just edit with Elementor, like we've done before. And here we go. We have a dynamic field. We have a dynamic image. And that's that. That's it really. So it's absolutely beautiful what's happening here, guys, if you ask me. And that would be the same way. So there was something else on the homepage besides types of transport. I think it's a popular car brands. It was, yes. So we already have a list of our car brands. So I'm going to go back and those are makes, right? And here it is. We designed this with the image already. And if you go to our media library, let's scroll a bit. We're going to have to scroll quite a bit, I think. But let's just keep scrolling until we get through that. There's something I want to show you guys, because this is going to be pivotal to the design of your car brands. All right, so these are the logos of our car brands, right? So let's just click on the RAM icon. If you look here, it says the dimensions is 50 by 50. All right. And when you go home, you can see that all the images take up roughly the same space. You can also see here from the media library that it's a SVG, which is really good. What that means is that for every icon, so Tesla wasn't a brand on the website when we started. I created a Tesla brand on the website. When I'm going to add the Tesla logo, it would be best for me to make it 50 by 50 in dimensions and make it a SVG file type. That way it doesn't break the design, because if you have an image that is 70 by 75 or something, it's not going to look as good. It's going to look a little bit bigger and it's going to break the design of this area. So that's something very important for you to know. Just go to your media library, click on one of the logos, and you're going to see. Matter of fact, if you go next, you're going to see Jeep 50 by 50 SVG. and it has a transparent background as well. I think this is what? Catman, 50 by 50 SVG. They're all the same dimension. Oh, that's a truck. And you notice how much bigger it is, right? So that's how you're going to go about doing it. Everything is SVG 50 by 50. And this is 50 by 53, but not too much trouble there. So now that we know how to design the popular car brands and the popular types of transport section, let's take a look at filters. So I'm going to close the media library. I don't need that. I'm going to keep the makes. I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to close the edit listing types of transport. Like I said, these are filters. These filters will help us to browse through the website or search through the website without actually looking at every single listing on the website. As you will realize, these websites can get pretty big, thousands and thousands of listings. So in order to create a filter, brain freeze, you're going to just go back to your dashboard. Let's just go back to the dashboard as well. We're going to scroll all the way down. We're going to go to smart filters, and we can take a look at all the filters that we have listed. All right, we have a model hierarchy. And the best place for us to see these in action would be the listings. So we perhaps should have a link. I think it's going to take me to Crocoblock's website. I'm not sure. Yeah, it does take me to Crocoblock's website, but that's fine. It's untouched and unedited. We do have this page, I hope. All right. So we're going to have the model hierarchy filter, model hierarchy, and make this one. Model hierarchy. We're going to have the price filter, and that's right here. We're going to have the year right here. We're going to have the location, which is a state, right? Location is right here, and so on. So I can tell you where it is, right? It doesn't actually tell us how to do it. So let's go ahead and we're going to recreate the price filter, and we're going to recreate the body type, and we're going to recreate the types of transport. All right. So to create the filter, we're just going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to go to smart filters. We're going to go to all filters really, or add new. And I'm just going to open this in new tab. The name that we're going to give it is new price. Let's just do the price filter first. All right, new price. This is going to be a range, all right? So if you look at this filter, which is absolutely beautiful, so you're looking at this filter, this is what's called a range filter. So you might not be looking at this website and want to make the filter here. You might be looking at another website that is hosted somewhere else that is actually live, and your client might say to you, hey, we want to have this feature added. They don't know it's a filter, they don't know it's a range filter, and they don't know it's quite easy to make, but we want to have something like this where we can toggle the price. You're going to know it's a range filter. And you just go ahead and select, where is range? There you go. The main value is 0. You can change this to, for example, 1,000. And you don't want to keep a max value. Instead of going up one by one, which is a step. So if you look at, all right, so I need to have a version of this website open where I can interact with everything. Instead of going up, so it's right here, 2,000. So the minimum value on this price filter is 2,000. Instead of going up by, so this is going up by, this is not going up by 1, guys. That's the thing. I think this is going up by 2,200. So if this was going up by 1, then it would take a lot of time to get here and very hard to work with. So that's what the step is. How much does it go by? So I like to put 500 because, you know, the price of the car can vary in such a manner. You can put free prefix, suffix. I don't want to put enabled inputs, no decimal points, no decimal separators. The query variable. So here's where the query variable says. It says set query field key for multiple field keys, separate them with commas. This is the database value for the field that you're working with. To get this value, you're going to go back to JetEngine. And we're working with the price. The price was JetEngine. We're working with the price. The price was a meta field, if I believe, if I remember correctly. So actually, I want to go to the ads. So I want to go to the post type. Open here, and we're going to edit the custom post type. We're going to look for the meta field price. And we're going to look for the name ID field. It's price right here. So we're going to copy that. We're going to go back to our filter. Where was I? There we go, query variable. We're going to paste it right here. It was a price. And the filter, the default filter label and the active filter label, we're just going to use the name for that. And it says new price. Go ahead and update. Now that we have updated that, we have the filter. Let's just go back to all filters and new price. There it is, new price. It's a range. Let's see the price. It's also good for data source. That's good. That's good. Everything is as it is. To add the filter to the page, we're going to do it in a very different way than we normally do, because here's the thing. I want to show you something. So we're here at the smart filters. We've made a new price. It's right here. And we're on this page. Actually, I'm going to reload this page to show you something interesting. So the page is reloaded. I am going to say range filter. It's right here. I'm going to drag and drop it right here. We're going to select new price filter. That's the name of what we did. So it says new price. And that's there. And if we copy and paste style, there we go. So it's right here. So it says price. So what we need to do, this is our filter that we did. Remember, we're going up by 500. All right. Wait, let me just move the other way. I can't click on it. I don't think I can click on the other ones either. Yeah, we can. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the range filter. Set this filter for, we're going to use JetEngine. I'm going to show filter label. It says new price. Oh, the maximum, it's set on 1,000 to 1,000, which is interesting. So I need to edit something here. So we can publish that, but I'm going to go back to smart filter new price because something is off. And this is where I missed out. I didn't tell it where to get the min max value. We need to get that dynamically from the meta by a query key. We're going to get the min max value from the post query user meta by a query. Get from user meta by a query meta key. So we're going to actually go into the field to get the min max value. We're going to update. That's what I was doing wrong. And that would mean then that I don't need to list my own min and max values because whatever is entered by the users will be there. That way, if I had said 1,000 is the minimum price and someone listed something for $950, then that wouldn't appear in the filter, which would be bad design, by the way. So this is the way I should have done it. I didn't realize I missed that step. I'm going to reload again and I hope it works. Let's see what I did wrong. It's from post meta key. It's not user. That's what I did wrong. I selected the wrong place. It's not the user meta key. It's the post. User is going to be like the name and the address and the time they created the account. Now it should work. Whew. I was wondering what I was doing wrong. I knew I missed something. It was just a simple error on my part. I clicked on the wrong option. So let's just reload this and it should be good from here. And the reason why I'm leaving this in the video as well is I want you guys to figure out, now, as you can see, it's the same. I want you guys to figure out how to fix your errors beyond the scope of this tutorial. If there's something that we didn't teach, then I need you guys to know how to get that done. So there it is. It says apply type Ajax. So here's what I want you guys to know. Whenever you say apply type Ajax, the moment you change the filter, it's going to update the results by itself. So what you can do is you can leave it as is, and then you can also say page reload, so it will reload the page every time or mixed. We're going to leave it as is and just keep the search button. You're going to see the same thing here, but that's it for the filter section. Well, for the price filter, for the I thought we're going to do for the make. Yes, so let's just go ahead and do the make filter. We're going to go ahead and add new. We're going to say new make. We're going to copy and we're going to paste. All right, so what is the make filter? It's a checkbox filter, is it? So we're gonna go back to, all right, new make. It's a select filter. Select, so you have to select something. So it's a select filter. We can say it's hierarchical. And hierarchical means that once you select something here, it's going to change the options that are here. And the option that's here is going to change the option that's here. And the option that's here is going to, well, change the option that's here. So they all appear as part of each other. And I think what you can do is you can go to recent ads. It's going to take us to Crocoblock's website, but that's fine. You're going to see this in action. So what you realize happens is that you can't select the make until you set the type of transport. All right. And if you look here, you're going to see 5 sedans, 2 hatchbacks. These are all cars. If we select special machinery, all of this goes to 0. All right. And that's how the hierarchical filter is going to go, because whatever is here is going to determine what's remaining in these options. And we can select the make, gas, and something else is going to change. And as you realize, it's been updated. So that's what it is for a hierarchical filter. We can filter hierarchy. So this is where we say the type of hierarchy that we're going to have is that we're first going to filter the types of transport, because that's what we see right here. Let's just go back to the homepage. We see types of transport, then we're going to see make. We can just say types of transport. And taxonomy is going to be types of transport. And there we go. Then after types of transport, we're going to have the make. So we're going to say, or we can actually say brand. We're going to say select brand. You're going to see how ours are going to be different. All right. And the taxonomy is going to be the make. All right. After the make is going to be the model. So we're going to add new, which is going to be the model, and select model. And the taxonomy is going to be model. And after that, we're going to have location, I believe. Yes, we do. Location and location. That's what we're going to put right there. And we're going to take states. Yeah. So that's it for our hierarchy. We going to update. Remember now on Elementor, we're just going to have to reload this so we can actually access that model hierarchy, or that new hierarchy filter that we made, that new select filter. Now we're going to select filter. I'm going to put it beneath this one. All right. The filter that we're going to do is new make. All right. It's right here. Don't worry about this. Just go to the style and instead of columns, put it in line. Come on. Oh, you know what's interesting that I could do? I could literally just copy and paste style. All right, so we could literally do that and we can get the design. Content, set this filter for the make. So we want JetEngine. We're going to show the filter label. So it's new make. See, it says location, select model, select brand, types of transport versus what's written right here, which is, I like what's written here a lot more. We can do some indexer options. I'm not going to play around with this too much. We can show the counter, which is going to say, tell us how many vehicles or how many results remain after each filter. If empty, we're going to hide. We can do that, but that's always a nice way to do things. And change counters when other filters change. So other filters change mean that once we change something here, the counter here has to change. If we do not change it, if we never change, that means that once we update something here, the counter, even though the results have changed, it's not going to change, which isn't very helpful. Well, maybe it's helpful under special circumstances. And we have the style all set up and everything. We can publish this and reload this page. Let's see if our new make filter works. Oh, it's really cool. So we can go to cars, and after cars, we can say Subaru, and after Subaru, we can say Forester, and the location is only in Florida. And actually 3 of them in Florida, it seems. So 3 Florida listings, which is pretty cool. And then we can search, which is going to take us to the archive page. This is an archive page. The archive page is the results page after you search. So we're going to work on this page next. So I think that's it. We did the range filter for the price. We did the select filter. I think that's it. Actually, if I want to know what else is there to do, we just go to show more. because on this home page, we're actually just adding the filters, right? So we're also here. All right, so we need to do the select filter. The select filter is this checkbox here. All right, to do the select filter, we're just going to go to add new filter, body type, new body type. It's going to copy and paste for the filter label and the filter active filter label. We are going to do a checkbox select. The data source. So what we want is the body type. We can go to ads, and it's not a taxonomy. So it's going to be JetEngine query builder. Where is it? See post type, ads. This option should be enabled. The meta field data is serialized object. I just want to check what meta field I'm creating. Yes, I think it is. The body type. So to get the body type, we're gonna have to go to JetEngine post types. Oh wait, it's right here. No, it's not there. JetEngine post types. Under post types, we're gonna edit the ad. We're gonna look for meta fields and then body type. And body type is gonna have this name ID. Copy. Go back to our filter. This is the query variable, body type, and that should be it. We're going to change the data source to JetEngine glossary. Remember that when you clicked on the body type, it says that we're going to get the source from the glossary. So when we're doing the filter, we're also going to have to get it from the glossary. Select glossary and body type, and we should be good. That would have been an error. And they've updated how this is done, guys. Over the years, they've changed things just a little bit. If you have any errors or any issues, here's a good thing. If you have any issues, literally contacting the Crocoblock support team is good help. They are very helpful, very responsive. So you're getting your money's worth and a half. So we have that. Let's just go ahead and refresh this because we have a checkbox filter is what it's called. Now, we don't have a checkbox filter on the home page, but we're going to add one just for the sake of this tutorial. So let's see if we can call it. Yep, it's actually called a checkbox filter. All right, so I'm going to add it above everything. And we're going to select new body type. This is the filter for JetEngine, I believe. Yeah, it is. And apply on value change. We're going to show filter label. We can show the apply button. All right, I'm not going to do that. We're going to just do some editing. Yeah, I think this is a good enough design. Let's go ahead and publish this. Let's go ahead and publish that. Let me see if there's anything else over here. We could do some indexer options. We can apply indexer filter. We're not going to show if empty. And we're going to change other filters. Additional settings. Not. No, I'm going to keep as is. And go back to our home page. All right, and the filter is there. Let's just filter for SUVs, and no similar ads were found. Perhaps if I had it like sedan. Oh, it's actually breaking the website. So I think I know what's happening. Because it's here on the home page with all these filters, and it's basically filtering that first. I'm going to change it here to see if that helps. Additional settings. What I should do is I should show the counter. I'm going to show. That should be good. And let's ensure that we're getting it from the right place. Body type, JetEngine. Is it JetEngine where these are listed? It should be JetEngine because that's where they're made. Gonna publish. There we go. So now we have 5 sedans. Let's see if it actually works. And it's breaking the site again. So it doesn't work on that page. But what I know is that if we go to it doesn't work on the home page. For some reason, I could actually reach out to support and find out why, but we're gonna leave it as is. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go right here, and if we select SUV, well, not hatchback. If we select SUV, it's actually gonna show up here. So what we can do, which is gonna be interesting, I'm gonna leave it on the home page for now. I'm not gonna remove this. I'm gonna let it stay. So I'm gonna exit to dashboard. Something interesting we're gonna show you now. Remember I said that when you are on the home page, back to my website, when you're on the home page and you search a type of transport, all right, when you come here, this is called an archive page, and you have to design this page. It wasn't made like this by default. One way you can go about it, you can just edit with Elementor, but the best way is to go back to, so that's Crocoblock, we don't need that. Go back to the dashboard. All right, so it's an archive page right here. You go back to the dashboard, you go to Crocoblock Theme Builder, and you're going to see something interesting here. It says custom post type archive posts, custom post type archive ads. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to create this. So we're going to create a new page template. Or well, you can edit this one. But you can create a new page template. You can add a condition. This is going to be archive. It's not going to be displayed on the entire website. It's going to display it for ads, custom post type archive, and ads. And then you're going to create. All right. It's here now. So it says, where is it? It's right here. Page template 5180. Now you can add a header where they have a header. Add from library. So we just use the header here. And you can add the footer. Add from library. Just use the footer. So this is the same main header and footer that's on the overall website. But for the body, you can add from library. And you can use the ad. Now the post is going to be the blog posts. We're not going to really touch on how to design a blog post section. That's going to be self-explanatory. But you can add this section in. And now you see we have the same thing for here. So custom post type single, it says. So we can change it and archive ads. And it's not supposed to be single. So I think it's all archives. No, it can't be all archives. It has to be archive ads. Ads. I know what's interesting. You can also do it for a taxonomy and select a taxonomy. But yeah, we're not going to go that far. We're just going to keep it on archive. And then we're going to connect it to ads. And we're going to save. So that's pretty much it. And then when you want to edit the section, you edit content. And this is where you're going to see the ad. Over here now, you can start to select the different filters that you've made. So this is our hierarchy filter. Model hierarchy. We have our range filters. We have our engine type, drivetrain. This is what I was mentioning with the color. You could have this on the website where you can have, I think this is called a swatch, really. This is a visual filter, color filter. It's actually pretty cool. I didn't know they had this. So you can have the color filter, and I think you could also add this to the homepage of the website where you can see different colors and visitors can click on the different colors and it takes them to different parts of the website. You have your location filter. The reason why you do this is because when you add this to the actual template, it means that every single page is going to have this. How we did it here on the home page, let me just go ahead and view the home page. How we did it here on the home page is that we actually added it to the home page, and that can be problematic, right? We added it to the home page, which means that if we create a new page, we're going to have to re-add all these filters that we've made. We're going to have to re-add them to the actual page. When we add it to the template, it's going to be a part of all the pages that inherit that template. Beautiful, right? So you made a change once and it's going to be updated everywhere. I could look at the checkbox filter to see what was done wrong. So we have the body type, JetEngine X, value change, additional settings, more or less enabled 5, more roll up, index, apply index or show counter, if empty, disable. So yeah, I think our filter is okay. I didn't actually do much with this. I'm gonna edit because I'm gonna remove these so we can work on the hero section of the website a little bit later. But we know know, which is funny, we now know how to edit our filters. And once we edit the filters, it's gonna take us to an archive page. We know how to create the archive page and design it. I mean, you're there right now. Once you edit content, it's going to take you here. It's just a matter of changing the design, so you can change from 2 columns to 4, which isn't going to be very good. You can change to 2, which also isn't ideal, but it's probably great. 2, which isn't ideal, but it's probably going to work. 3 is the best option. For responsiveness, you can just click on the tablet and it's responsive, and you can click on mobile and it's responsive. We're going to do a responsive section towards the end, or perhaps we can do it now. So let's just do the responsive section now. So to make your website responsive, guys, every page or template that you work on, you're going to have to click this. Where is it? It's right up here by default for this version of Elementor. If you have the other version of Elementor, it's going to be down here in the laptop icon. And then this section is going to appear. You just click on this, which is a tablet icon, and it's going to show you what it's going to look like for tablet. You change some size. You can do something like this, edit column and go to the padding and increase the padding, or you can decrease it. All right, it's the same thing over here. You can increase and decrease your padding. You can change the size of different things and make it fit. Like I said at the start of the tutorial that this is not for the complete beginner. I've tried to make it as beginner friendly as possible. But if you don't understand how to make your website responsive, then you might want to check out one of our other tutorials. It's pretty easy. Once you see it once, you'll never forget it, which is what we're doing here. And this website is already responsive, which doesn't give me much to show you how to change besides how to make things responsive. If on the tablet 2 columns don't work, you can try 3. And you can try 1. It's the same thing with, well, it's 2 that we want. You can try the same with mobile. All right, you can add some of these on the mobile by just editing the select filter, advanced, and responsive right here. You can add on mobile, which means that once you're on mobile, you're not going to see that filter. But we're not going to do that because that takes away from the user experience. And that's it for making the website responsive. It's actually very easy to make responsive, guys. So we now know, like try saying that often. We now know how to not only do our filters, but we also know how to make our website responsive. The last thing, so I'm going to exit. I'm not going to save. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to save this. The last thing that we need to do, I think, let me just, let me go ahead and remove those things that were added, and publish. I'm going to go to the site. I think the last thing that we need to take a look at is actually the forms section, like how to create the forms and so on. So if you click on place an ad, it's going to take you here. We have the account page. And the account page, guys, this is beautiful in a way because it's been designed nicely. I'm going to say that you leave it as is if you're a complete beginner, but if you want to know how to edit the account page, you literally go on the different pages and you edit with Elementor. It's very easy, very quick to do. What you're going to do is you're going to see it very quickly. So we're going to edit the account pages right now, and it's going to take about 5 minutes. So on one page, it says here, no profile content. If you look right here, it says edit profile sub-page content. The interesting thing though, is that I'm going to go back. I'm going to exit to WordPress. And I'm actually going to close everything else, mind you, because I want to keep things very simple. When you go to our pages, we have an account page, right? And we can view that page. On the account page, we have my ads. What you can do, however, I didn't create any ads. That's fine. You can design this page by editing with Elementor. We already know that. But let's take a look at our settings page. This comes, so the settings page here, this information, add your photo, personal data, etc. This comes as part of the Jet Core plugin. So just go to Crocoblock, update and installation. It's the Jet Theme Core plugin is right here. To activate this, you're going to go to JetEngine, and JetEngine, you're going to go to Profile Builder, you're going to activate that, you're going to activate Data Stores, and you're going to save. You also activate Forms Legacy. The next thing that you're going to do is you are going to go to, I think it's Data Stores. Where is it? Skins Manager. You're going to import skin, or presets, and user profile with editable content. You're going to import that, and editable user settings page for user profile. You're going to import that, and that is what's going to give you all these functionality. So you can log out. On the add new ad section, this is going to tie back into our forms tutorial. So I'm going to have to go into that just a little bit. All right, guys. So I realized that I was overcomplicating the forms. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it very simple. Like, I realized I was doing it because I actually know how to use forms with Crocoblock. So it wasn't something difficult. What was difficult is that I was trying to use the new approach. Like, I know how to use a new approach, but I was trying to use the old approach with the new software. So, software is updated over time. Things change, things get better, things improve. And Crocoblock is built on that. Crocoblock is one of those companies that they always listen to their users, and they're always finding ways to make things better, make things easier, and make things smoother. I mean, look at this website, right? So I was trying to use the old way with the new form, which wasn't going to work. So what I want you guys to do is we're going to make this very simple. We're going to go to place an ad. We're going to arrive at the add new ad section. And instead of, going with new post, what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit with Jet plugins, and we're going to see it says add post. To edit the add post section, we can edit that, but it says it's a template. So we're going to go ahead and open that link in new tab. And here we go. All right. So now that we're here, we are going to right click edit Jet form, and it's going to say it's the new post form. All right, that's good. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back here. We're going to go to car dealer dashboard. On the dashboard, we go to Jet Form Builder. It's right here. And we go to Forms. Now, here's the interesting thing for you guys. We already have this form made, right? The form is already made. We don't have to do anything. As a matter of fact, you remember we made some changes where we changed the name of hybrid to new hybrid HEV. And we added hydrogen as a form of engine. And I remember on the body tag, we added 3-wheel vehicles, but then we deleted it. If you realize, all those changes have already been added here, right? So there isn't anything that we need to do to the form. However, if you want to edit your form, you just go to Dashboard, Jet Form Builder, Forms, and the name of the form, you just edit Jet Form here. Choose form, it's going to say new post. It's going to be here, new post. Go ahead and edit that form. Now, we have a tutorial on Zeilhan's on our YouTube channel, which you're watching from right now, that explains how to, this was from the previous attempt. You might see some of the attempt here. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. We're going to click attempt block recovery. There's a tutorial on how to use Jet Forms. We're going to have more tutorials in the future. It's really very easy. It's like building a website. Literally click, drag and drop. So that's it for the form, guys. So you do the form here, you can edit the form. Once you have the form in Elementor, which is the best thing about it, then you can style the form in Elementor, which is what I like. I absolutely love this because most forms, you can't style them in Elementor. You get the shortcode, you put them here and they look how they look. You can only style them using the form. And as you guys know, Elementor is very powerful. So that's it for the form, which is actually pretty amazing if you ask me. The next thing that I want to point out to you guys. So we have the form for building. So I'm going to exit the dashboard. I don't really want to go to the dashboard, but apparently I can't do what I want. We're going to visit the site. We are going to go to my account, which is place and add. This settings section, like I said, this comes from the Jet theme core builder. Or I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to save this. So cancel. I'm going to save the changes because we added back these sections that were lost. So I'm going to go back. All right, so you can add, drag and drop. Go to Crocoblock theme, not theme, update and installation. It's right in front of me, so why couldn't I say it? Update and installation, Jet theme core. It's right here. We get that from here. And like I said, you can just go to JetEngine, skins manager, presets, and you can import the user profile editable content, which is going to give you a editable user profile and editable user setting space. So you can import both of those, and then you can go to user. This is actually absolutely cool part. So you can go to users profile. So this is your profile, for example, and look what you're going to see right here. You're going to be able to choose an image. So I'm going to choose one of my images. So I'm uploading one of my images. I'm going to choose media. All right. You can add your phone. You can add your phone. You can add your about, your location. I like Myrtle Beach, guys. Myrtle Beach is actually pretty fun. I love Myrtle Beach, guys. Absolutely beautiful place. So I'm currently in Jamaica, though, and I don't have a VAT number. You can add your phone. Please don't text me. You can add your about, and you can update your profile. And this now is going to be the proof of the pudding. So here's where it gets interesting. We can go back to our visit site, and we can start placing an ad. And it's going to be very easy for us to do because we have our form. We can move this form and put it somewhere else. It's just as simple as, using the Jet form builder, dragging and dropping in Elementor on any single page at all, any page at all. And then we can add the form like that. We have the settings. We can log out. And once you place an ad, so there's a picture I just added. Once you place an ad, all your ads, your published ads are going to appear here. The next thing that I want to do, we're going to go to the home page. On the home page, we are going to edit with Elementor. What I'm going to do is we're going to just make this section a little bit more beautiful. That's what it is. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make the height a little bit bigger. Actually, I'm just going to keep it at default. I'm going to use the padding. So the bottom is going to be 150. All right, that's about it. We're going to go to style, the background. Now for the background type, we're going to use a slideshow in the background. If you look at my desktop, let me see if I can show you guys. So if you look at my desktop, we have, I don't know if it's actually recording, but this is actually a Rolls Royce. So I love cars, guys. So this is the interior of a Rolls Royce Spectre, I believe it is. Is it the Spectre? It might be the Spectre. And I love cars. So I'm going to upload some pictures of cars that I have saved from Twitter. These pictures aren't available for resale or anything, so you can't use these on your project. But I just love cars. I'm not going to be selling them or anything. It's just going to be in a tutorial here. So it should be fine. Rolls Royce, if you see this, I want to sue me. I am going to be a client in the future. No need. You will get my money and lots of it. So go back. I'm going to upload these files. We just need 5 pictures. All right. I can remove. Actually, I can keep a preview. So I know that there's a dark horse picture. So I'm going to grab the dark horse. It has to be here somewhere. We're going to grab the Bugatti Tourbillon as well. So this is one, Bugatti Tourbillon. It's another angle of the Tourbillon. This is the interior of the Tourbillon. we are gonna grab, this is a Rolls Royce, but that's not the one I want. Let me just see if, oh, G-Wagon. I love the G-Wagon. This is the Rolls Royce Amethyst Droptail. Stunning car, mind you. And I'm looking for the Dark Horse. So here's the Dark Horse. I love this car. And this is the Bugatti Lol team, the last Bugatti ever made. So we have some really nice cars here. And we can get this Black Badge Ghost Eclipses. All right, so let's just go ahead and upload these images. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images. We're just going to go ahead and do everything, all of those images, including the interior, because there's something I'm going to show you, which is good for your marketing as well. All right. So we're here. We're going to create new gallery, and we're going to insert the gallery. Background size is going to be cover. All right. We're going to keep the duration for 5 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to remove the we're going to remove the background overlay. So this is a nice overlay. I'm going to create a new global color with it so we can have it whenever we need it. We're going to remove the background overlay. As you guys can see, we need to do some work on this. The position should be center. 5,000 seconds. The Ken Burns effect is absolutely beautiful. We love that. Now, we can't see our filters very well. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit column. We're going to do the background type. The background type is going to be black. All right, let's just, actually, I'm going to keep the background type black, but I'm going to use the blue. All right, we're going to add some padding. All right, that's good. And now we're going to go back to our background type. We are going to click here. We're going to reduce the transparency. All right. Go back to advanced. Let's see if we reduce the size, if it's better. Yeah, let's do 20. Gonna do that. The bottom needs a bit more is what I know. And go back here. Yeah. That's good. Let's see what we have working with now. All right, this is absolutely beautiful, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the search button from the side to the bottom of this area. All right, so I need to edit the apply button. We're going to go to advanced. We're not going to make it custom width. We're going to make it a full width. And we don't need it full width. We just need, custom is good, but I don't want it inline. So we're going to keep it 25%, but these that are 25%, we're going to move these. Oh, wait, I think I see what's happening. Let me just do that. So we need this section here to go here for it to look uniform. So I'm going to click on this. Let's see the style, content, if we can change the amount of. What I really want, guys, I want to have this location filter be on the same line here, or have model go down here, because it looks really bad to have this blank space all the way up. It doesn't work. So let's see if we can get 100%. 100% online. We're going to just reduce the size of this text. All right. All right, that looks good. Edit the select filter, group filters. There we go. All right, we got that. Woo! All right. So there's that. Horizontal space between. All right. So we've got something going for us here, guys. This is absolutely beautiful, magnificent. And you can see the cars in the background, which is good. So let me just see if I can reduce the transparency just a little bit more. And no, that's a little bit too light. So we're getting there, guys. The next thing that we're going to have to do is just to, yeah, yeah, we did it, guys. We did it. This is awesome. This is absolutely amazing, guys. I am so proud of this. This is a website that you charge 25, 30, probably even 50K for. And some guys start at 100K. There's tears in my eyes. I'm so happy. I spent over a week working on this, over 2 weeks actually. So this is beautiful. We've done it. Our website is ready. It's very easy, as we know, to edit our menus. If you don't know how to edit the menu, literally type in YouTube how to edit WordPress menu in Elementor, Zeilhan. We have tons of tutorials with the timestamp. Everything is done. It is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I absolutely love what we have going on here. So here's what I want you guys to do for me. Go ahead and hit subscribe, because we have the build tutorial. So it's just the editing tutorial. We have the build from the ground up tutorial coming. We have other similar tutorials and custom post type tutorials coming as well for you. If there's a tutorial that you guys would like to see, comment below so we know what to make to help you guys on your journey to online business success. Thank you for watching the tutorial, and wow, so excited. Thank you guys. Take care. Cheers.